VTV Channel 6 and Strata Networks present live high school football coverage in high definition. Made possible by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another night of high school football action here on VTV Channel 6 and streaming live to you on Strata WebView. I'm Brian Nilsson alongside Mark Mason. Tonight we are at Altamont High as the 3-6 Longhorns take on the undefeated Duchesne Eagles, 9-0.
You know, last week, Brian, you were down for the game. Duchesne came in against Monticello, and I don't know if they just thought about they were going to roll over them, but they came in and got punched in the nose, and they barely eked out a win to keep their winning streak going. 43 wins here. Duchesne's keys of the game: out hit and out hustle, win the turnover margin, of course, and contain Lindsay. They know who's going to do the damage. Altamont, rushing efficiency. How about Roberts? I mean, that guy's a beast.
This is one of the keys that the last Monticello said was they needed to contain Roberts. You'll see him; he'll scramble out of that pocket, and he's dangerous when he gets out in open field. So they're going to try to contain him, capitalize on the hometown crowd. The last home game, it's senior night for Altamont, so they're going to try to get the crowd behind him.
Yeah, they had the seniors out earlier. They had Ethan Bennett, Tony Brown, Remington Funk, Stephen Gilbert, Dylan Lindsay. And Dylan's, he's electric. Randy Sorensen. So congratulations to those seniors. They've played, and most of those players are four-year starters too. They're talented young men, and here it is, their last home game of the Friday Night Lights. And Ryan, as you know from your days, once you leave, once you're off that football field, you don't replicate that experience. So
yeah, you never know until you're gone. How much you miss it. You think, oh, maybe I'll play a little bit, red shirt somewhere, but really, high schools. This is what it's all about right here. So.
Oh, the Friday Night Lights. Well, tonight's game is streaming live on Strata WebView at strata.tv and will be rebroadcast on VTV Cable Channel 6 and in high definition on Cable Channel 706. We want to thank Jiffy's Pawn Shop, proud sponsor of Strata WebView live stream. Everything from guns to vacuums, we buy, sell, trade, loan, pretty much anything. Jiffy's Pawn Shop. So, Brian, here's the kickoff, and this is one of the most anticipated games of the year. And, of course, last few years, Duchesne has been just a powerhouse here on the 1A level. But
I think that's Muir over there back to receive. He's the individual basically won the game for him last week when they were down. He returned that for for a touchdown.
And Altamont's philosophy is all onside kicks and go for all fourth down conversions. So you can see right now Duchesne's crowding up to the line. They realize what their strategy is, and quite honestly, Brian, I like it. Especially when you come in the underdog, create as many offensive opportunities as you can. Because if you can't, you don't want to dance with the champs. You want to knock them out. So, and that's what they'll likely do here. The game we covered a few weeks ago. Every opportunity where they went for it on fourth down, regardless of the down and the distance, and or location on the field and then the distance, and they kicked onside kick on every play. And really, quite honestly, I like it. It says to the other team, we're coming here to win. Yeah,
I'm not trying to pin you deep. We can take you at midfield. They obviously have some confidence in their defense too. I have yet to see Altamont this year. I wasn't able to catch that game with you, but I know what the offense of Duchesne can do. So if you're not left and leave them in check, then they're going to score on you.
Yeah, they got that. I don't know what the offense is called. The two wing backs that kind of in the, and it's got that option, and they lull you to sleep, and all of a sudden then they pass it deep, and and they run it to perfection. They run the same thing every year. Here's that onside kick.
Onside.
It's on the ground.
Almost. But I think he had two Eagles were able to get on that ball before anybody showed up.
Sometimes you get that second level, and those guys are really just designed blockers, and, they don't have the greatest hands. But even with that at the 40-yard line, that just amounts to a good return. And you can see that 12. Ball is kind of loose, and then they blow it dead. So
that was Trent Roberts, the quarterback.
Roberts was up, so they knew what was coming.
So we got Roberts under center. Duchesne in the backfield. Muir to this near wing. Man in motion. I'm sorry, that's Duchesne that went in motion. This Dye, I think that's number 28. We saw a lot of him. Cole. I'm trying to find Matt Dye, number 45. He was their big fullback last game, and we called him. He just needed to get 5. 5 yards a pop was all he did.
They just move the chains on second down. They don't have to worry about third down. So Coyle is a sophomore getting minutes. They got Roberts in the backfield. He gets the pitch out, Brian. Looks like a first down, and then he gets knocked out of bounds about 6 yards past.
Quick in the flats there. If you don't contain that guy.
Yeah, Dylan Duchesne, a junior, and you saw what happens there. You see on the replay. Watch his penetration, beautiful penetration by the Altamont Longhorns, and they do their man assignments. And Dylan Lindsay's not able to shed his blocker, and coming over is Riley Foy with the tackle, but that was after they got the first down.
He's leading the team in yards, 696 yards on the year with 76 carries. That's almost 10 yards a carry.
They're going to go right up the gut right there. Coyle gets hit quickly, and I think that's number 20, Riley Foy. Yeah, it was, and Foy is just jacked up. He just played it perfectly.
Fired up on that one.
Yeah, he got through the hole, got about a yard, but then he got, and yeah, it's always fun when you're the defensive guy and you're just pile driving a guy 9 yards backwards. And Coyle lost that battle with Foy on that one, Brian.
Well, second and about 9 now for the Eagles. About 10:40 into this first quarter.
You know, it hasn't been since last year since I've seen the Eagles play, but their uniforms look nice and bright and shiny.
Oh, man.
Another great defensive
play.
The ball comes loose. That's going to be a Longhorn recovery. And wow, what a break 65. For the Longhorns. I didn't see who came up with the ball.
65.
Number 65, that is Danon Perry. And Danon Perry, excuse me, Danon.
They stand him up, and that ball just squirts out. You see there at the bottom of your screen.
Yep. And boy,
Perry's there to jump on it.
65, Perry just, look at him. He got beat up by his teammate. He just got pummeled by Austin Abbott. Sometimes the celebrations are worse than the hits, you know.
He's also the center, it looks like.
So here they come, and you know what the Longhorns are going to do? They spread out. They've got 4 receivers out. They got Dylan Lindsay, and it's going to be either Dylan on the outside. They got a false start there.
Everybody
but the center.
Everybody knew about the center.
Yeah.
Went in motion. It was funny to watch everybody moving, and the ball wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, and you see Lindsay just kind of jackrabbit pump his leg like, where's the ball, you know? So that'll cost him 5, 1st and 15. And away they go. Okay, so 1st and 15. Lindsay, they got the 4 receivers out again. He calls for the ball, and here it comes. They got
Quick
one
pass.
receiver.
Oh, drops the ball.
Oh, that's
pass.
Too bad because he had the tailback coming in motion as a lead blocker in that instance. And if Randy Sorensen would have caught that, he had a good ways to go because right there you see the block.
Oh, he hit through it, hit him right in the hands. He just was looking downfield.
Yeah, Riley Foy was out as a lead blocker, and he could have got some good positive yardage. So that'll make it 2nd and 15.
Lindsay in the shotgun formation. He has double the near and to the far. Single back is going to give it to the back and stop maybe a gain of a yard. Number 20.
Yeah, that's
on the carry.
That's Foy right up the middle.
Riley Foy, like I said, maybe gain of a yard or 2. 3rd and 13 for the Longhorns. Stay in that pass formation. Trips to the far side. Single here.
A lot of times you'll see some
backfield.
Misdirection and Lindsay going.
This time he has a lead
he's
blocker.
Got the corner. It looks like, oh no, that's good defense by number 3 for the, that is Braxton Spencer for the Eagles.
Also a running back.
Yeah, watch how he just plays disciplined football. He stays, and then he sheds the blocker and goes. Wow, that's really good, and it's harder to do that than it looks. He's engaged with the blocker until the last second, and then he dives after.
Well, that'll bring up 4th down and about 11.
Oh, they do have a punter on the field. That's a look we didn't see.
You didn't see that last
no,
time?
they didn't. They just it was Go for it, go for it, go for it. He gets a nice kick. It's going to get a nice roll.
Here, see if he fields this ball. No.
And they win that battle of field
99.
position because they started at the 41-yard line before the fumble. Now they kicked it off and down at the 25-yard line. So let's see if the Longhorn defense can come up with another good stop or a turnover like that. And, of course, we know how potent and powerful the Duchesne Eagle offense is.
Well, they have so many guys that touch the ball. That's the great thing about Duchesne is they spread the wealth. You got Duchesne, Dye, Muir, and Roberts, all that have carried the ball, and all in the triple digits for the year.
Yeah,
Duchesne,
you look at all of them are averaging about 5 yards, but Duchesne, 10 yards a carry on the season. That's ridiculous. So here it comes. They got a false start. They're going to kill that one. So both offenses struggle a little bit on the penalty side of things and dig themselves some holes. So that'll be 1st and 15. And the gracious guest decided to give back 5 yards back to the Longhorns, just like what they gave earlier. So
we didn't see Matt Dye in that first series. Haven't checked the sideline. It looks like his helmet's off over there, number 45, between the yard markers. He must have been injured or just sitting this one out, but he was their big workhorse last game. When they needed 5 yards, they gave it to Dye.
The sledgehammer, huh?
Yes, sir. Looking to pass that time. Got pressure. Roberts.
Boy!
Finally wrapped up by number 20.
Wow, look how far they drove him back. They got him down on the 9-yard line. And, Brian, this drive started on the 25-yard line.
10-yard loss.
Boy, look at the penetration by the whole line. And you see
Number
who
20.
it is. It's number 20. Foy is having himself a game. I mean, he's been everywhere here on the defensive side.
Yeah, within the 10-yard marker, it's going to be 2nd and 10, 25.
It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
But we know they can pick it up in big chunks. So the Longhorns have to stay disciplined here. Handoff goes a fake handoff. Oh, and is that a safety?
They throw him back.
No,
they're going to call
forward
forward
progress at the 5-yard line, but it loses it another 4 yards. And right now the Longhorns are dominating the line of scrimmage. Look at the penetration, and guess who it is again? Oh my goodness, Riley Foy is going to remember this night for a long time, and he just destroyed
Lane Coyle.
Lane Coyle. And Lane is doing, he's a heck of a runner, so he just couldn't escape him.
They're going to give him forward progress to about the 5, but not much more than that. It's going to be 3rd and 30. Like I said, Foy's jacked up. They're going to give it up the middle, and he's got about 5 before he's finally tripped up.
Good defense, and it looks like it's
Coyle again on the carry.
Coyle on the carry. I believe it was Randy Sorensen on the tackle. And Sorensen, he's the outside linebacker, and he gets blocked, but then bounces off the block of Duchesne and tackles and saves there. You know what's when they're playing up like this, Brian, you look at how they're playing, and they're playing 11 people in the box. Yeah. If they miss a tackle, Duchesne's gone.
Yeah. Well, set up to punt. We didn't see this. I don't think it was until the second half that they actually
he just let that ball go, and that's just unfortunate because that's going to go all the way down the 27-yard line. Man, he needed to field that ball, and that's too bad. So.
Yeah, he was a little shallow. I don't think he expected to have quite that.
Yeah, and that ball went 10 yards over his head, but still, if he could have even fair caught it where it hit originally at the 40-yard line, that would have saved him 13 yards. That's okay. What a heck of a defensive stop. I mean, that was just disastrous for the Eagles.
I'd like to thank CrossFit Avenue for bringing you tonight's game. No matter your experience, your fitness level, if you have the desire, we can train you. Just contact CrossFit Avenue, and they can help you out with all your CrossFit needs. There's a few different people to choose from, but we've heard nothing but good things about them, so get a hold of them.
Oh, Mike Williams, he runs a nice gym up there, and they've got several different trainers, and so they have different personalities. And they give that ball to Foy. You saw that on the replay, and boy, Foy, he got rocked by his own teammate's head or thigh, and he just twisted him sideways.
2nd and 7 for the Longhorns.
Boy, that looks a very similar offensive setup to what the Eagles run. Foy gets the handoff, and it goes nowhere.
Lit up there by number 69.
And what
Moon,
we're not
Colin
seeing,
Moon.
what we saw last time we came up here to Altamont, and Brian, you missed it. There was a rainstorm and wind
Darn
and cold,
the
and
luck.
they cooked up the beautiful weather that only
You
Altamont
got
gives
the
us.
cold wind blowing off these mountains.
Yeah, but Dylan Lindsay, when he gets the corner, when he gets that edge, man, watch out. I mean, it's just electric to watch. And so far, we haven't seen a whole lot of design rollouts for him. Here we got the trips to the right. He looks to pass, and there's
in the
nothing there. He gets away from the first, makes the second guy miss. Here he goes.
goes second.
I'm telling you, Brian, this guy, he gets the first down, and it's just like that. It's little stutter
First
steps,
down.
and he just,
Like
wow.
I said, watch him shake these tackles.
Well,
He
and
jukes him.
right here, he probably should have got in there. Great blocking by the offensive line, and then he does just
There.
enough to make 63 bite and miss, and then he picks up the first down. What a run by Dylan Lindsay.
Garrett Moon there finally got a hold of him, pushed him out of bounds. And now before he got the first down, it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. They're kind of going together.
Yeah,
to
that's
the line.
a designed keeper, I think. And Lindsay picks up 6.
Man, a
But
joined
you
arms.
see that.
Joined arms and did a skip to my Lou through the
Usually
line.
what you want to do is fake it and then get right on his hip.
They
But you
pulled
know what?
it
It
together.
worked out all right because number 58 for the Eagles grabbed Foy like he had the ball, and that's what allowed Lindsay to get the 6-7 yards there. So the Longhorns are rolling right now.
2nd and 4 right at midfield. Got about 4:50 left in this first quarter.
Oh, that's too bad. He
Foy.
should have kept it, but Foy makes the first guy miss. Second and third guy finally get him out of
Oh,
bounds.
pushes over his own guy.
And all the teammates, number 53 for the Longhorns, that's Ethan Bennett. And Ethan gets
Gets a
he
gets
takes
a little
the worst
touchy
of
there.
that. But what they cut the
Yeah.
replay off right before he got there.
got
Ethan
up.
Bennett's one of the seniors out there playing tonight. Son of Roger and Andrea Bennett, and he's an defensive lineman. But like I say, Lindsay came in with that was Foy coming across and lowered the shoulder.
3rd and 4 for the Longhorns, looking to convert here at midfield. Lindsay looking to his right side.
Oh,
There's
the blitz
pressure
just
by number
gets
20
him.
for the ball comes
There's a
loose.
fumble, and who's got it? It
I
looks
think
like
this-
the Eagles
yeah.
going to recover that one. Which
Is that
Eagle comes up
28
with
or
that? It's
27?
63 on the Eagles with the recovery. But you see what
Lane-
happened.
Was it Lane Coyle that came in, number 28? We'll have to watch this on the
I
replay.
don't know. Jesse Wickle ends up with the ball. Almost looks like he was passing.
24
Oh,
there
no,
to
just
Spain.
punched it out. Is it Despain that got
Yeah,
it?
to Spain. No, 28, 24 came in, then 28. That's Coyle.
Oh, and Wickle comes up with Wickle, excuse me. Wickle comes up with a great save on that recovery. And so now the Eagles are right back in business at the 47-yard line, the 43-yard line, excuse me.
Pass out to Muir around the outside. This
Muir's
guy's
got a
some
lot
speed.
of room, and
Watch him turn it on.
see you later, Brian.
That guy
That
has
is
got
a
speed.
touchdown. Wow. And
That is the exact same play that they scored on last game a couple times. The exact same play to Muir.
Matt Muir, and this is the problem when you play that many people up. If
Watch
you
him. All he has
miss
is
your
Despain
tackle,
seals to the outside, and he is off.
yeah, nice block. That's number
guy's
69,
fast.
Colin Moon, who's also a senior. And Colin is the seal block on the outside, I guess, defensive end for the Longhorns. And Muir, once he
Set.
turned on the Jets, it was over.
Except for the PAT, Trent Roberts is going to hold for Braxton Spencer. That's down, and the kick is up, and it almost went off the upright.
Yeah,
but
it did. It hit the uprights. You saw it change direction midair.
Hit that left upright, but it was good enough for a touchdown. So 4:29 left in this first quarter.
Here, let's
the
see this
Eagles
replay.
go up by 7.
And here it goes up, and boink. Yeah.
Right out.
Sure enough, hits the upright, but they'll take the extra point. It doesn't really matter how it looks. It just so matters that it's successful, right? 7-0, 4:29 left. Tonight's game brought to you by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Ashley Regional provides the most technologically advanced radiology services in northeastern Utah, including the Hawkeye 4 nuclear medicine machine and 64-slice CT scanner. You know, I say this every time.
You get it wrong every time?
What if they just
too?
say it was the most advanced radiology or X-ray machines? That might help people.
You wouldn't get the same effect. I mean, Wouldn't have the same effect as if you said 64.
Hawkeye 4
CT
nuclear.
scanner.
I mean, you almost need a medical degree just to say those words. I feel a little
Go to
inferior.
school.
Yeah, I feel a little inferior trying to pull those
Go to
off.
school a little longer to be able to pronounce that stuff.
43 victories in a row.
This will be 44 here.
What is that?
If they
That's 4.5 seasons.
What's 10? Yeah, so that's about 10. Yeah.
Four seasons, undefeated football. So
I
you've gone through
I think
four
we found
senior
out
classes.
we found out that the record in the nation's like 153 or something.
Oh, I thought it was 60 something. I thought it was 60. Why do we have to look at that
A
up on
little
our
bird
Strata
told me that.
smartphones here on the Strata WebView
Strata booth.
TV production of UNA Basin High School football action. We'll set our statistician Tyler Rasmussen to that and see if he can pull up
Oh, that one's deep.
and that one's gone. That's going to be a
Spencer
touchback.
Puts his leg behind that one and kicked her out of bounds. Lindsay will bring in his boys. Set up on the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Longhorns. Let us see. Lindsay having a pretty good year.
Oh, yeah, Dylan Lindsay, man. That guy's a
Pass
beast.
for 578 yards, about 17 yards of completion.
Yeah, he's throwing for three touchdowns. I mean, that's and then you look at his running numbers, and the guy gets 8.5 yards a carry, and he has 730 yards, so he just nearly has 2,000 all-purpose yards. And then the more amazing thing, and of course they all do this,
Reverse there.
reverse, he misses the first guy. He's got a blocker out front. That's going to be a big yardage gain. Oh, and they block him right about. I thought he was going to get more yards than that, but it looks like he got the first down. Yeah, they do wave the chains immediately.
Garrett Moon there.
Yeah, Moon, and you'll see this. But one of these times, Lindsay's going to go free because they're biting down. You saw Duchesne, if Lindsay had opted to keep it, he might have got more yards. And then Moon picks up a nice first down.
1st and 10 for the Longhorns.
I said
32.
Moon. I think that was Randy Sorensen running that ball. Was that number 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moon was the tackler.
Moon was the tackler, excuse me. Randy Sorensen, one of the seniors for the
1st and 10
Longhorns
this
out in the
time,
field.
going around the outside.
Oh, boy, look at how much I mean, he's not even going to get a hit until he has the first down. And he gets knocked down at about the 50-yard line, so they're on the...
Watch this 89 come back and block for his running back. This 89, Riley Thacker. Watch him. He gets ahead of him. You'll see him come back behind. Make sure he doesn't get the clip. He comes back and gets a block on him.
It's a beautiful block, too, because like you say, coming back against the action like that, you know, you're running into the back shoulders of the defender.
Yeah, he made sure he got all the way around him before he made any contact. 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line.
And he blocked Braxton Spencer, another one of the seniors here in the Basin, playing for the Duchesne Eagles. So they've got this set up, and they get the look. And there's a design keeper up the middle, and he's going to get about 5. Ooh, I like that play. Because you got so much action going on. You got Riley Foy coming in motion, who's just destroyed you on the corners. So that freezes the ends. And then the hesitation then makes the first guy miss and right up the middle. Nice run by Dylan Lindsay.
Lindsay, 5 yards on the carry that time. It'll be 2nd and 5. Past midfield now. One of the better positions they've had tonight. 3 minutes left in this first quarter.
Boy.
Eagles up by 7. Lindsay in the
just
shotgun.
a little bit different look here.
Look
And everyone's going out in
low.
motion.
He's rocked.
There goes
Rising's
the ball.
hit. Oh, it's intercepted by number 21.
Oh, no, there's nobody out
He's
front of
taking
him.
it to the
Yeah,
house.
that's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown after interception.
He was hit right as he...
And that's number 21 for the Eagles.
There's some late flag here.
Daniel Hamburg on the Hamburg family is, you know, we've been covering the Eagles for years. I can't even remember how many Hamburgs have been running and playing.
Yeah, he was hit right as he threw that ball, and it changed the trajectory.
Yeah,
we don't see it. There's some flag
maybe
in this back part of the action. But, yeah, it took it all the way to the house for 6. We're going to see if they're going to take that back or if it was after the...
Well, it looks like the Longhorns are setting it up at about the 20-yard line, so that looks to me like the flag goes against Duchesne and nullifies the touchdown. Here comes the call. We've got a
personal foul. Want me to show you my lip reading?
Yeah, he hasn't done the hack across the arm motion, but You're right. He did say personal foul. I think he forgot the number between the 5 yards that he had to walk from the last group.
Altamont's pretty jacked up. They know they might not get the ball back, but at least they saved the touchdown. Personal foul.
No, that's a unsportsmanlike penalty. Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct.
We got
I think somebody came onto the field. Is that what happened?
Warning them that they need to stay back.
The touchdown stands.
Touchdown.
Okay, so what did we have? We had they must have had Eagles come onto the. I missed the replay, but Eagles must have come onto the field during the run back. Yeah, getting jacked up.
Yeah.
Can you blame them?
Getting your guy.
I mean, here they are, and they hit the quarterback. Hanberg gets a nice interception off the tip. What do we got here? They're going to elect to take it off on the kickoff. I guess they have that election. Is that what they're going to do?
I think, yeah, when it's on the.
So they're going to push him back and try to get better field position on the kickoff. If I'm not mistaken, is what they're kind of lining up here for, Brian.
But they will give him 6. So Spencer will set up for the PATs. Let's see if he can hit the right upright this time.
Yeah, it's kind of a competition, you know.
He's got the left covered pretty good. Altamont putting a lot of pressure right
Here
in the middle there.
Oh,
almost blocked.
Boy!
That ball was up.
Wow!
Up and away.
I tell you right now, they are getting through on the blocking patterns for the Eagles, but just barely missed, and that was a nice kick. He got up, and if he'd kicked it any lower, it'd have been blocked, but he had a beautiful kick, got it high above the rushers. Tonight's game is brought to you by L&L Motor. People you know, people who care, become a fan and like L&L Motor on Facebook to be entered into one of their drawings.
I saw when we came through town there in Roosevelt, they were setting up for another game there in Roosevelt. That's pretty cool, that punt, pass, and kick that they do every game. That's enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, that's not disappointing, that's for sure. Dylan Lindsay, look at this, 578 passing yards, 730 rushing yards, 9 rushing TDs, 3 passing TDs. Everybody knows who to focus in.
Yeah.
And yet he does it game after game.
Yeah.
I mean, guy's just he's a flat stud, you know. Well, we're going to look on our longest.
Like I said, Trent Roberts not to be underestimated either, though. He's got a few yards under his belt. Let's see, he's got 333 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns rushing, but his big yards are in the passing. He's had 648 yards passing. There we go, Trent Roberts.
Trent Roberts, look at that.
648, 11 rushing, 7 passing.
You know, and the thing about Trent Roberts, one of the things that's he's got so many great rushers around him, it actually takes away from what he does. But still, to go over 1,000 yards for the season, that's incredible. There goes the kick. It's still deep, and I think it's still going to go. Oh, he
brings
fielded
out
at
the
the 1 yard line. And here he goes. He gets past the first guy and tackled at the 20.
Right about the 20.
All right.
He didn't know what else to do. He had to pick it up. I mean, it didn't quite roll in the end zone, so he had to pick it up right at the 1 yard line.
Could he just accidentally toe punch it through?
Yeah.
Or, you know?
Kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of miscues on the special teams for the Longhorns, balls going over people's heads. And we should have known, you know, that it was going to stop in the field of play, sure enough. So he had no choice, gets it, and returns to the 20-yard line. Okay, according to MaxPreps.com, the longest winning streak in the nation, De La Salle, Concord, California, 151. So they only have to do it 3.5 more times.
They got that. What did we say? That was about another 4 seasons, so that's about 12 more seasons?
Yeah. To get on the top 25 list, they have to win 16 more games.
They can do that.
Yeah, I think that's
manageable.
That's just the playoffs of next season, right?
Yeah, you got to have short-term goals and long-term goals.
Well, you know, you think about a team like Concord, California. What's the population of Concord? 200,000.
Sure.
The city by itself. You know,
I think
I have
according
no idea.
according to the last census.
Yeah. So they have a couple of more kids to choose from. Duchesne has to just basically play. Oh, that could be a live ball. Oh, no, they call it an incomplete.
Forward just barely.
Well.
Number 99 there to pass. Wasn't able to come down with a Remington Funk.
The only thing I've done 43 times in a row is get an extra large value meal at McDonald's. So,
supersized.
Yeah. So I haven't won 43 of anything. I don't even beat my kids in Uno 43 times in a row.
Yep.
You know? Sooner or later, one of them gets lucky.
Yep.
You know.
3rd and about 7 now for the Longhorns. Lindsey in the shotgun. He's going to hand it up to his guard. No, he pulls it out and rushes himself.
I like
down.
the design of that play because it's confusing for that defense. Who do I tackle? And it takes at least one of the defensive tacklers away from the action because he has to go to the fullback, and then Lindsey comes in right behind him.
But how do you know if the running back whether you're getting the ball or not?
Yeah, I mean are you trying to snatch it away?
Yeah, do I pull it
or
if I
some
think?
Yeah,
the secret code, like if he taps you on the belly 3 times, then
no, it's 2
yours?
grunts and a whistle.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
gives you that ball.
Here comes a
They're
punt
punt
again.
it away.
I did not see it. We didn't see a lot of punts, and here we're going to get another good bounce.
Oh
boy!
right
Just right when he
the ball.
catches it, he gets lit up. And who was that? Number 3. It was Muir with the
Randy
reception,
Sorensen.
and Randy Sorensen, senior Randy Sorensen, trying to play the best game of his life right here. And watch this. Here comes the ball. I don't know how Muir handled that ball. I mean, that took a one-hot, quick bounce right in his face.
I don't even know if he was wanting to get it. The ball kind of just jumped right into his lap. 1st and 10 for the Eagles now. The ball will be at the 34-yard line. Right about the 1-minute mark left in this first quarter.
Well, we got all the cowbells going, and here comes
Muir.
the Muir on the
Time
end.
for redemption
and he's got
around the
some
outside.
space.
Cuts it back in, but drug out of bounds. About almost midfield. They're going to spot this about the 46-yard line. 45-yard line is where the near judge is running into.
Isn't it funny here? If you didn't know the score and you just watched a handful of these plays, you'd think that Altamont was just dominating this game. But it's 14-0. I mean, it's just the difference of 2 plays, really. You know. Oh man, it's just incredible. But Longhorns right there gave up a 1st down.
1st and 10.
But they continue to get penetration. You look at this. Look how they crowd that box. Puts a lot of pressure on those defensive backs.
Roberts
out on the
pass
edge.
that Duchesne to the outside. Tries to cut it up, but he's drugged down by number 70 there. Gets an arm on him.
Dylan Duchesne, the junior, thinks he has the edge, and then quickly nothing. I mean, just disappears on him. Here he comes.
Tony Brown, watch him get that big old long arm on him and pull him down.
And Dylan Lindsey does what you have to do, contain and force back to the inside where you've got help. Nice play by Lindsey. He's playing that outside linebacker position, but the way they're playing it, I mean, you just see how they're crowding everything up. And here comes that blitz again. You got
2nd and 12. He's going to pass this time. Roberts.
Boy, he just gets
scramble.
away from it. He throws it up. It's anybody's ball, Brian.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't know
guys. Anybody's ball, but the two people on the same side of the ball.
Matt Muir, and who else was he with?
Number
It was
3,
Braxton Spencer, and they collide with each other. But, boy, the way he put that ball up, it's like a game of 500. Here's a jackpot right here. He throws it up. And
500.
and right there, the 2 Eagles run into each other. And
man.
Wow, that was
hit each other. 3rd and 11 now. Like you said, he just hucked that thing up for anybody to bring down.
3rd and 11, and the Longhorns with another great defensive stand. They gave up the 1 first down, but then got stiff backbones here about center field. Here comes the blitz. Everybody's through. He's going for the screen pass, and there is nothing there.
Muir was the one that was supposed to receive that, and he decided to stay back and block for his quarterback. Too much pressure, bring up 4th and 11.
Boy,
here about the 44-yard line. We'll see what happens if they're going to punt this away, if they're going to go for 4 here. 2 seconds left in this first quarter.
Well, it looks to me like they have the offensive unit on the field.
Yeah, they
Oh no, here comes the punt. Okay, nope, they've got Braxton Spencer, and the kid's got a leg. So let's see if the special teams for the Longhorns, if they're going to put Randy Sorensen a little bit deeper. And no, that ball just goes right over his head again, Brian. And it could be down. No, he gets
it rolls.
Boy.
End zone.
You know, Sorensen is lined up shallow on all these kicks, and I'll tell you right now, Spencer has got a leg on him. I mean, he's putting it into the end zone on the kickoffs, and he's getting good yardage in the air on those punts.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. The score 14-0 in favor of the Eagles as the Longhorns struggling to get into tonight's game. We'll take a break and be right back at the beginning of the second quarter.
Amplify.
Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the beginning of this second quarter here at Altamont High as they're hosting the Eagles. If you're just joining me, I'm Brian Nielsen alongside Mark Mason.
Well, Brian,
tonight is our last regular season coverage game.
Hey, exciting news, Brian. VTV and Strata Networks picked up playoff coverage for 1A football. We're going to travel down to Cedar City.
We're going to take a road trip?
Road trip to see the Eagles action. So the Eagles going for a state championship, and we're going to be there.
Awesome blossom.
So we're gonna get down to the semis, and then if they win there, they'll go to Weber State for the championship game. Play on the turf at Weber State. I mean, these guys, they're used to playing under the, playing the big game. Here's
gets it around
Floyd
the outside.
Man!
Just had a bounce.
Boy,
look
did
at put
you
the helmet,
see
man.
him destroy? Who was that coming up? Was that Braxton Spencer?
53?
Was it 53? I didn't see. 53 is Jackson Nelson. Here he comes. Watch him lower his helmet. Boom!
Keep on going.
Wow. I mean, if he didn't run out of field, he might have run all the way down to Highway 40.
Second, what are they going to give him? That far marker's hard to pick out. Oh, it was first.
Yeah, he got
first
the first
and 10.
down. We're just going to go 1st and 10 and move the chains. Boy, they're setting up they're still in the Eagles playbook here. And here's just a no misdirection, just handed to Foy.
Oh my goodness,
and
he's
Foy,
plowing.
does it say Mack truck on the front of his jersey or Longhorns? I'm not sure because right
got
now
the little bulldog on the front of his
he's just
jersey.
pulling on the air horn saying, "Get out of my way." And right here, he just gets hit and says, "Nope, I don't think so. I'm going to go for 5 more
right
yards."
Off of him, man. Muir puts everything, all of his 120 pounds into him.
Boy, nearly gets the first, second, and a short one here. And Brian, if I'm the coach, the play's just going to be handoff to 20. See what he can do.
2nd and 1 now. A little different look. This time he's going to keep it.
Lindsey's going to keep it. Doesn't go outside the blocker.
His knee was down. I don't know where this near judge is going to mark that ball, but it's fairly short of the first.
Yeah, he lost a couple of yards on that one. That's going to push him back, make it 3rd and about 2. But boy, he should have bounced outside. He had.
Yeah, that knee goes down right there.
Yeah, shoot. He had the blocker on the outside. If he could have just got to that edge, that would have been an easy first down. So we got 3rd and 2. And on the short yardage, sooner or later, I expect the Altamont to just start going for it. 9:52 left here in the second period. With 2 running teams, that's one of the things you see is these clocks just go away in a hurry. Here's
this
the first
time he has
down.
blockers.
Yeah, he's got the first down. Easily
And
gets
some.
through, and now
finally dropped by the quarterback, number 12. There, Trent Roberts.
Boy, these young kids, they bend like pretzels, but it sure looked like Lindsey's knee was kind of trapped underneath the tackler. good to see him get up. You'll see him kind of get twisted
down
awkwardly.
On top. Actually,
Yeah.
I would think that he was still.
Did you see
he
his
does
knee?
kind of get.
Jeez, and he let go of that football.
Man.
But boy, you know, that happens to me, and I don't walk for a year, and Lindsey hops right back up like nothing's wrong.
I'm gonna say start the clock.
Or is that just one of those situations where I'm fine, I'm good, but inside you want to cry?
Yeah. It looked, like I said, he let go of that ball, so you knew there was a little bit of pain there. Trying to get the outside this time.
Goes backwards 5 yards.
Oh, Muir trying to come in and rock him again
Boy,
and gets the same result.
He is running angry. I think that's the only word I can use for it. Riley Foy is saying, come on, is that the best shot you got? You know, he's giving instead of getting. And watch him when he runs backwards 5 yards, gets the edge, and then he takes a shot, keeps his feet, and then delivers another one almost needlessly because he was out of bounds. Wow.
2nd and 7
for the
Longhorns.
You're Dylan Duchesne. Next time you come around that edge and you're going to go lay a lick on Foy, you got to think twice about it. We got a blown play.
Yeah.
Boy, everyone thinks the play's dead except for Lindsey, who's running around for his life out there. What did he get, 5 yards out of that?
58 and 53 on the tackle that time. Jackson Nilsson and Plummer, Jacob Plummer, both sandwich him. Look at this, boom. They put the hurt on him. Nilsson comes in strong. Be 3rd and 4 now for Longhorns, marching at the 8:45 minute mark here in the second quarter.
3rd and 4.
Quick pass there. Almost.
Oh, man. Well, I think
he was hit by Spencer right as he was trying to get a hold of that ball.
Boy, well, that's the play I think that they were supposed to run last time because they had the same action. Lindsey stands up immediately and then wings that ball out to number 3.
They're having a hard time.
Randy Sorensen. Well, and Randy knows he's about to take a lick. And Randy's, weighs about half as much as Jackson Nilsson, so – You know he's thinking about the hit while that ball's up in the air. So
we're 4th. This is 4-down territory right here.
Yeah, you get in that in-between zone, and here comes the Longhorns. And why not? You're down 14-0. Here's a chance to make a statement. Out of the shotgun in that little pistol formation with 4 wide again, Brian. Hand the ball off. He doesn't get it.
Foy right there. Just knocked down, so they're going to turn it over on downs. No flags on the play. So they'll switch possessions here.
Not a lot of misdirection, just straight up the middle, and it didn't happen. Well, tonight's game is brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, in the operation since 1938.
This is Moon Lake country over here.
This is Moon Lake country, owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned.
1st and 10 for the Eagles, 45-yard line.
Everybody at the line. It's just a
Dylan Duchesne right up the middle. Ball almost brought loose, but look at him. He shook 3 tackles before he finally tripped up. Duchesne, like I said, he's got his wheels moving. Keeps those legs pumping, and it paid off for him. Watch, he gets hit right there. 1, 2.
And the third
almost
guy.
30, missed him.
Oh,
he got about 4 or 5 yards on the carry.
The young fellows watching at home, that's how you run. You churn, you churn, you churn. You don't quit till your face is in the grass.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, because that could have easily been a loss.
Yeah, like I said, he was hit right at the line of scrimmage, or a little shy of it. Spain, number 28, going in motion that time. Oh, did you see that fake? I think they gave it up to Muir. Yeah.
I mean, there's so much going on. I mean, you've got to be so dead on your assignments. I got 10, you got 21, you got 28, I got 12. And if you don't play it that way, if too many people focus in where they think the ball is.
So quick, like I said, so many options.
And you see what happens there, and it's good because Austin Abbott, number 33, is a perfect example in that replay. He just goes after Roberts. He doesn't even pay attention. He makes contact with Roberts. And you'll probably see that on every play. Here comes a pass, Brian. You don't see this very often.
Oh, he's got a guy wide open. Muir. Oh, hits him in the hands.
It's a shame when it hits you on the hands, but it was a little behind him, so he was having to twist backwards.
Catches it in stride, but a little behind him.
And you see that. Watch here on Matt Muir, one of the
Lots
seniors
of protection
playing
there.
And he does have to twist backwards a little bit. It's on that
bit.
back shoulder. He's running away from it. That's a difficult adjustment. Wasn't able to do it. And that's a fortunate break.
They're going to set up for the punt here, right about midfield is where they're at. More punting than we've seen in the last game. So Spencer going to set up.
When you see this, same thing. This guy's got a leg, and he gives it a ride. This time we're in front of it, but they got to yell, get away from the ball. Ooh, gee,
the ball.
Christmas.
Almost get knocked down. They're going to down it about the 22-yard line. So they'll take over 7:08 left in this first half.
Boy, you watch on this replay, that's dangerous. You got the two gunners or the blockers out there standing around. That's number 1, Brady Farnsworth, and 99. And then,
he just about gets his toe there.
Yeah, it almost rolls over Brady Farnsworth's
over
toe.
his big toe.
And that football, the way it bounces, we got a little
we got tumbleweeds out there.
Yeah, it's a Walmart
trash.
bag or whatever. I guess there's not a Walmart out here, but
a little bit of trash blowing across the field. That shows you how cold that wind is coming out of the north.
He's got the corner, Brian. He's got, if he can just beat this guy.
Duchesne, or number 24
that's
there.
Foy, and who was it coming up for the Eagles? He
Dylan
saves.
Duchesne.
Dylan Duchesne saves just a monster pickup for Riley Foy. Because you see here, if Foy gets past Duchesne, boy, could have been a block in the back. Yeah.
Boom.
And here's the thing. He hit him hard, and all he did was direct him in a different direction.
Just diverted him, kind of like a skipping rock.
Like a big oak tree. I mean, you just hit him, and you're on the ground wondering what you just hit, and Foy's still going.
2nd and 8 for the Longhorns. Right about the 22-yard line.
Up the middle, Foy.
Gets it to the 30, but short of the first down, still shy. Foy there on the year, he's got 342 yards, 9 touchdowns, about 75 carries. So he's good for about 5 yards as well. Picking up 5 yards that time.
Boy, you can see him like, oh, man, one more. He's got that one more. I got to beat one more guy mentality. 3rd and 3, big down right here. Here comes the little pistol formation. It's Lindsey. Oh, he does his David Blaine act out there and somehow gets
34.
through all those guys.
Number 24, Duchesne, having a big night defensively, jumps on him before he's able to get the first down.
Yeah, and Duchesne is all over the place. You see he's right here coming across, wraps him up. That's good, just high shoulder tackle, and takes him down right at the original line of scrimmage. Boy, you watch that play and you think, oh, Dylan Lindsey, he's lost 5 yards, and all of a sudden he squirts through a little magic act. But Duchesne, 2 big plays on this defensive stand right here for the Eagles.
Muir back to receive.
Punt.
That's a fake. It's fake to Lindsey.
It's the short back, and
he
got the first down. They got him the first down. Well, I was faked out. That was beautiful. They do the whole jump up and down for the ball.
They got it.
Yeah, watch this. It comes up to the up back. That's Dylan Lindsey. Makes the first guy miss, spins, and then just gets enough right there for that forward progress.
That time. If he would have broke down, he would have had him behind the line of scrimmage, but.
Well, what we have to give the credit to is Talon Giants. That was a beautiful acting job. He's dancing around.
Football doesn't pay off. He's got an acting career waiting for him.
I mean, he's a thespian out there, Of course, with the Longhorns, that could do just about anything at the school. I think I'll do the school play and I'll do football.
Yeah, there's not a lot of wealth to spread around. You gotta go serve in the cafeteria after you're all done.
Well, that's only if you get in trouble. We'll save that for the Union High team.
2nd and 10. I'll give him 9. Don't give him a yard here. 2nd and 9. Lindsey in the shotgun formation, waiting for the line judge. They got a untied shoelace, waiting to get it repaired.
It's just a way to catch your breath, You fake a cramp in the 4th quarter with 2 minutes left. You don't have any timeouts.
Yeah. Right up the middle to Foy. Kicks it to the right side.
Can he get the edge? He's got the edge, Brad. He's got the stiff arm and just runs out of field.
Him out.
Boy, I tell you what, Foy is he's just got a head full of it tonight. Braxton Spencer, another great play, and that's so helpless when you're the defensive player, and you're just getting a face full of hand.
First down. They're pushing here before the half, trying to score.
One of these times, Riley Foy is going to break the big one loose. I mean, he's been so close on so many opportunities. And another Eagle, Braxton Spencer this time, comes up big. If they just keep finding ways to stop him.
Lindsey in the backfield. He has 2 to the near and 2 to the far. Foy in the backfield is going to go quick pass. Number 3.
Beautiful.
Oh,
boy. Roberts just gave. Oh, who is
Randy
that?
Sorensen.
Yeah, Randy Sorensen, one of the seniors for the Longhorns.
And he caught that ball just as soon as he turned around. Then
boom,
right when he turned back,
smack.
bent him over backwards. Tough hit, but it was worth it because he got a first down.
First down, 43-yard line. You love that when you're playing that deep safety position. You see they have
chops.
Oh, buddy, I got this one.
1st and 10. Hands up to Foy up the middle. He takes about 5 tacklers. Watch him drag number 71. Did you see him drag him?
Yeah, 71 for the Eagles just held on. And
Riley Spencer, watch him.
Here he comes, and he gets hit almost immediately.
Yes, 3 guys.
And right there, and he's just
he drug him 5 yards.
Well, you can see the foot ruts in the grass from where he drug Spencer for 5 yards. Wow.
2nd and 5 now.
Give a guy like
5-yard Foy there with the carry.
Talk about the Blue Bell player of the game. I've already got one picked out.
First half, you already got it
bump
aborted.
In the backfield. Roberts aborts the play, and he's going to go up, and he's going to pick up the first down.
Scrambling.
Well, he
right
and
at the 30-yard line.
You see in the replay, he and Foy kind of bump into each other, and it just disrupts the rhythm. He's looking to pass. He says, "Ah, to heck with this. I'll go get the first down on my own."
Great job by his offensive line, giving him some protection there. 1st and 10 for the Longhorns, right at the 30-yard line. Marching at the 3-minute mark. And left in this.
So why do you think some of the guys have pink socks and some red? Do they just run out of the pink and they say, okay, you guys don't?
Yeah. Maybe they washed them out.
They.
Foy to the left side this time.
Oh, he bounces it out.
Oh, number 21.
We would have a hold than we do. Yeah, it's too bad.
Did you think 21 held, or was it?
No, it's an offense hold.
Yeah.
It's going to go against Brady Farnsworth. And what the problem was with Brady is he put his arms on the outside of the pads.
Well, I thought he had his helmet. Watch, he gets flustered. The ball goes right by him. He's too busy getting in a fight over here on the left. Right, he grabs the back of his helmet and finally throws his head.
Yeah, well, we're going to go against.
I think it's offensive.
It might go. Yeah, it might go against the defense.
They're talking things over.
Here comes the
referee.
Call. We're going to say holding offense. Okay,
Oh, after all that,
that's kind of a shame because I thought what happened is Brady got wrapped around, but he did hold on there, and he didn't need to hold. Foy had got past him by the time all that business happened. That's too bad. That was a good run. So it's going to cost him 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
I'll replay that down. It'll be
3rd and about 17, it looks like. Or first and 17.
Person, I said 2:54 left in this first half. I call a timeout, or are they waiting?
Well, I don't know.
While
we're waiting for them.
I think that was our camera crew getting in trouble over there. They made them move the camera back about 3 feet.
Oh, yeah. Always leave it to the...
We're trying to get the best angle possible.
Well, we want to bring the folks here. You know, this is streaming. And my favorite part is the high definition. Have you watched this at home?
It's good stuff.
I mean, I'm watching this. I'm thinking, this is incredible. The picture... And here we go. Lindsey bounces outside. He cuts it back in the middle. Gets hit really high.
There's the flag.
And there's the flag. That's going to be 15 yards and a first down.
Horse collar tackle. He's notorious for that. It kind of gets some extra leverage when he throws this.
Yeah, you'll see on the replay. He comes in.
Tackle.
He's outside and he cuts back in. Roberts just goes high. It looks like he's trying to make him the headless horseman there. Decapitate him.
Time for Halloween.
Instead, the tough Roberts picks up another 15 and a first down.
I'm sure that's what it is. We'll see what the call here is by the referee.
Boy, they've done a lot of huddling tonight.
Is it just me, or does this guy look an awful lot like Colonel Sanders?
Yeah, he does look like the Colonel.
Is that going to be extra
Personal
crispy
foul?
or original recipe?
Face mask is what they call. It looked like he was trying to rip his Adam's apple out, but we'll take a face mask call for the Longhorns, 15 yards. Tonight's game is brought to you by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum may have a new name, but we are still the same great company you can rely on. Pilot Logistics.
15 yards, good enough for a first down.
Now, you see down in the
Then
end zone,
some.
when you're a kid and you're come to these football games, they're playing football in the end zone, and these kids are running in the end zone with their little league game out there. You know, they couldn't care less really what's going on the field. They want to be out there themselves, and so they're doing it early. First down, and they are at the 14-yard line. And looks like they're threatening. Here goes a throw.
Oh,
no,
it's intercepted by Roberts.
Roberts has got a couple of blockers. What's going to happen here? He cuts back
Cuts it
infield.
back across and finally drugged down on the 30. That was
that's
unfortunate.
a shame. I tell you what, I didn't see what. I'm not sure what Lindsey thought he saw there.
There was one receiver deep, but I think is he overthrew?
Shallow, number 9.
Number 9 would have had that.
Yeah, he was coming in on that shallow underneath route. And if he could have seen Brock Harrison, Brock would have waltzed in for a touchdown. Instead, he lost it up, intercepted by Roberts. Roberts takes it back all the way to the 36-yard line.
36-yard line.
Wow. Well, the Eagles aren't going to complain. Here they come. Roberts goes back to pass. He's got
underthrows Muir that time.
Well, they ran that same action, and Muir dropped it. This time, Roberts doesn't hit him, but it's been open twice. And if either one of those is a catch, it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's out running everybody right here. Yeah, it's just and so that action's open, and it's what we talked about earlier, Brian. All 11 of the players really up in the box, except you've got number 99 for the Longhorns, Remington Funk. He's lining up a little deeper right now than they've had him. He's 10 yards right now, but
2nd and 10 for the Eagles there. 2:12 left in this first half.
So essentially they're saying if you send a receiver in coverage, you're one-on-one, it doesn't
passing
matter.
again. He had a guy open last time. This time go looking for the screen.
Oh,
number
wow.
54.
Yeah, is that 54? That's
and
telling.
Did they intercept it too?
No, that ball hit the ground.
Down. That's what I thought. They're
going to bring it back up there, but you see Roberts, he jumps up, and here comes Johns, and he just lights him up in the air. Boom. Boy, it could have been a fumble. I mean, they call it
skidded for like 5 yards.
Maybe it's the old tuck rule, but boy, that could have been a fumble as easy as anything.
Going to call a timeout. Duchesne is going to call a timeout, looking to score with 2 minutes left in this second half.
Well,
14-0.
I'm telling you right now, 14-0. The scoreboard says one thing, but my eyes are telling me something completely different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you take two plays away.
Altamont, has been in possession most of this quarter.
Yeah.
Like you said, you wouldn't know that.
Well, stick around, guys. We've got the Bigfoot Pro Shop high school football halftime performance. Bigfoot Pro Shop. We've got you covered for all your outdoor adventures. And you know, these kids, they put a lot of effort into these halftime performances they've got. Typically, it's the girls come out with their dance routines, but you know,
the cheerleaders and drill team,
and they practice for hours for these things. So I want to thank Bigfoot Pro Shop and all of tonight's sponsors helping us come out here a beautiful fall evening. It's the first time I've come out here where it hasn't been snowing or raining. I didn't think it did anything but snow and rain when it came out to Altamont.
Way to look at the positive, Mark.
Yeah, there we go.
It's third and 10 for the Eagles as they break huddle. Bring up Roberts under center. He's got Duchesne in the backfield.
3rd and 10.
This side.
Goes for the pass. Doesn't catch it. Oh.
Big fourth down here. The Longhorns could get the ball back here if they can hold them.
Braxton Spencer has had a couple of them hit. No, it was Muir that had it earlier. These balls are hitting Eagles on the hands. That would have been a first down.
It's hard to bring them in. They're going to set up, hoping they punt it away.
And they do
Spencer
come up
is
to
going to
punt,
show.
but I tell you right now, I would back up. Back up. Braxton Spencer's got a leg.
Kick it into the
And
wind a little bit.
Randy Sorensen is a little deeper than he's been setting up. Here comes the punt. He gets a little low punt. It's not going to be as good, but he angles it away.
Gets an Altamont bounce. Muir downs at about the 32-yard line. So with 1:57 left in the second quarter, they're going to have time to make one more shot at the end zone before the half.
Well, Brian, I picked you up over at the Bluebell Corn Maze. How's the corn maze this year?
That was a good corn maze, you know. They've kind of perfected the art of entertaining a mass production there. They've got things set up everywhere, you know. The big can. I was hoping they would shoot off that big cannon, Big
what
Bertha.
Are they call? Is it Big Bertha?
Big Bertha. That thing would take out a tank.
Yeah,
100 yards.
I had him shoot that once, and he put a hole in that trailer they have out in the field. I haven't giggled that loud in a long time, you know. Oh, he gets the first hole, and then it just gets rocked.
Is that Duchesne that came in hot? Yeah, number 24,
looks like
Duchesne. He always comes in with a full head of steam. There's no breaking down and moving your legs with him. He comes in, and if you're in front of him, he'll take you out. And if not, well, he'll make you pay anyways.
Yep, good solid tackle. Boy, and Foy, I keep having the feeling Foy's just one step away from breaking a big one. Here comes a rollout pass.
Oh,
nice
it's the
strike.
20
Foy's got the sideline. Oh, my goodness, he's still in.
Roberts finally pushed him out about the 10-yard line.
Here we go. The Longhorns are in business and 1:20 left here in the second period.
Let's watch this run. Great run. Way to stay in. He almost steps out.
On a shoelace, staying in bounds and
hits him right in stride. Great job. Great job
Watch
by number 3
block.
blocking.
Randy Sorensen makes the block.
Oh, very close to stay.
Good thing they're not looking at the replay because he sure could have been out of bounds there a couple of times. And Roberts saves the touchdown.
Right here, giving it
Give it right back to him. He gets down low and then gets down to about the 6-yard line. Now, Brian, they can get a first down without scoring, and right now that looks like it's going to make it about 2nd and 4. He's on the 2nd-yard line.
Right at the 1-minute mark. They still have plenty of timeouts.
In the pistol formation, they threw an interception last time.
He's going to look to run,
cuts it out. Cuts it back in, and he's got the
he's got the first down at least.
He's got the first down. He's down about the half-yard line. Wow. Boy, and he always cuts back in. You know, I think he's got the edge, and right there he sees something he likes.
Look at that defensive end pushing him in. That's Duchesne pushing him back in. Looking.
Ooh.
Just hold the ball. You've been
so he's up under center, and this is where you see sometimes that sneak right up the middle. They're expecting it, and he steps back. Did he get enough for the touchdown? No, they're going to stop him.
They need to call a timeout. The
32
clock.
seconds left.
Timeout finally.
And
the coaching staff coming in with a timeout.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Well, you know, Duchesne, they cooked up one of the best games in years that we've called, and I missed it. You were there last week. What did they win on a kick return
by Muir
with less than 2 minutes left in the game against Monticello, and we're in a flat dogfight tonight with the Eagles and Longhorns just standing toe to toe. And right now you see the coach in there grabbing face masks, and you know the coaches they love this as much as the players do.
That draw might have worked. He waited for the hole to open up, and when he didn't find one, then he just dove for it anyways, and that little pause is what cost him that touchdown. But we're here, 2nd and goal on the 1-yard line, 29 seconds left. Altamont looking to draw blood right before the half.
Well, they can run it. They can run it 3 more times. They've got 2 more timeouts. No need to get fancy.
Like I said, I wouldn't throw it. I mean, do not risk throwing it again. Just keep the ball. Give it to Foy around the outside.
Yeah, maybe a little misdirection. You see what you have. You have Randy Sorensen and you got Foy, both of the wing backs. No, excuse me.
The hard snap there, and they drew off number 72 on the Eagles.
Well, let's just get a half a yard more. Half the distance.
Yeah.
Okay, they got half as far to go right now.
They just roll the ball over once. Long ways.
Cut the ball in half.
There you go. 2nd goal on the right up the middle to Foy, and he's in for 6.
Yeah. Well, we got a dogfight tonight, 14-7. I hope you guys watching at home are enjoying this game.
Roberts comes in on the blitz, but wasn't able to come up with anything. And Foy went in. There was no stopping him.
Roberts shoots through. Foy sneaks past, scores a touchdown, 14-6. You know, you could have guys with a 0-9 and 9-0. And if Altamont and Duchesne are playing each other, it's going to be like this. You know, nobody cares.
Oh, the kick is.
Did he
I think
get
it
it?
looks wide.
Oh,
no,
darn it! Yeah, it
did
go wide. So that's going to be 14-6 going in the intermission.
He had
25 seconds left.
A lot of penetration by that, trying to block it. He had to get it off and wasn't able to put it between the uprights.
Pushed it outside. Well, that cost him a point.
Like the advisor group bringing you tonight's game: financial planning, benefits package, insurance, or retirement plans. We have the specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms. I'd like to thank the financial group for all your financial needs. Get a hold of them, no matter if you live in Vernal or Roosevelt or even these outlying parts of Duchesne or Altamont. And
up here in God's country, as the people that live here would say.
Yeah.
Just live on the base of the Uinta Mountains. But I think the Uinta Mountains just send the cold air down the slopes. Here you go. Here's some cold air. You guys deal with that for a little while. We got that. We got that north wind cutting across us here in the lean-to that we're up here in. Looks like the construction crew, the high school construction crew, has been doing some framing over here, Brian.
That's a work in progress.
Yeah, they've. Well, you remember last year we just had a tarp.
Oh, yeah, they've come a long ways in a year.
From the tarp
to the lean-to.
The lean-to, I'll take that. Next year we might have windows and doors.
Maybe. Well, we'll see if they're going to pin them deep. We know with 30 seconds left, they're going to do their traditional onside squid kick kind of. I would think they'd want to put them deep and give them as little time as possible.
Yeah, 16-4, 14-6. Excuse me. At this point, I think when you're playing a 43-0 team,
they're set up a little deeper. But it's
here
going to be
comes that onside kick. It's fielded.
Great job.
Yeah. Well,
hit him right in the hands, number 58 there, Plummer.
47-yard line, 24 seconds left. The only thing you don't want to have is the Eagles score any more points here in the half. So they stick with their plan. It's all onside kicks.
Go for prevent defense. I would expect Roberts to look to pass. He's had plenty of guys open. He just hasn't been able to connect with
well, and we see
Spencer
the same look on defense. We got Remington Funk on the one side. And here comes the motion. Here goes the pitch.
Yeah, so
nobody
takes
keep
the
quarterback. And I'll tell you what, he's got one guy to beat. He comes back in.
Man.
And it is business time.
That's why Roberts.
14.4 seconds left. Wow.
35-yard carry that time for Roberts. Like I said, that was one of their keys of the game, was to contain him, and that's why.
Yeah, and you saw right there Brady Farnsworth. He was a man on an island. He had two guys he had to contain. If he'd gone for Roberts, the pitch would have gone outside. He played his odds, hoping maybe somebody would be able to come in and contain Roberts, and nobody was there. Good blocking by the Eagles, and it left a really tough decision for Brady Farnsworth. He chose what he thought was probably the lesser of the two poisons, hoping somebody would come across. Instead, Roberts with a huge run, 14 seconds left.
The Eagles take a timeout here. That was more than they expected, and so their coaching staff calls a timeout to regroup themselves and try to make a shot or two to the end zone.
They would love to come out because, right now, Altamont's playing with all the fire and passion.
Yeah, and if they get a stop here, that's going to put that much more wind behind their sails going in to the locker room. The referees will call them out of their huddles. Let's see what Duchesne has brewed up here. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. 14 seconds left. They lead by 8.
Well, we got the Bigfoot Pro Shop halftime performance coming up. Bigfoot Pro Shop, we've got you covered for all your outdoor adventures. Here comes the play. Roberts keeps, gets hit, strung out, and then loses a yard.
Down.
Or does he pick up maybe a positive yard there?
Most quarterbacks, I mentioned this last time, but most quarterbacks will option that. You know, not too many quarterbacks will keep to themselves and take the lick. They'll look to their option guy as quick as they could possibly can. Because traditionally they're not the runner. They're the passer or the just, you know.
Well, it's supposed to, yeah, they're supposed to draw that defense in. But
well, now Altamont, or I didn't catch who called that timeout.
that's Duchesne. That's their last timeout of the half.
8 seconds left.
8.3 seconds left. Woo.
2nd and 9, but that won't matter because they're going to the end zone. They're about the 14-yard line.
Well, we're waiting for this. I want to remind everyone that DVD and Blu-ray copies of tonight's game are available. Go to vtvchannel6.com or call 781-1902 for your copy. I know the kids love to do that. They go and they got memories like elephants. They remember every good play they make out there.
Yep,
you know?
where they were at on the field. All right, well, right here, if Altamont can stiffen up right before the half, they'll have that much more wind behind themselves, and they're looking to pass. They're airing it out. They got Spencer.
Oh,
he drives it forward. Oh my goodness, what a second ever by Spencer.
Well, Remington Funk just had perfect coverage, but what can you do
to hold him out.
What can you do when Spencer on a perfect pass from Roberts, he puts it up, and Funk's right there. You see he's right there. Grabs him as soon as he catches it.
Wasn't able to hold him out.
Dives in. So 20-6. Duchesne with the big run by Roberts and a nice touch pass there right at the goal line. And they, with 1 second left, they line up to kick.
Oh man,
gosh.
What a dagger to the heart right there before the half.
Oh boy, did he get it up?
I think he hit the bottom bar.
Got it. Oh, okay, we're going for all three. We're going for that. We're trying to hit the cycle on the kicks here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can't do 4. You know, there's only 3 options. Unless you hit the pad.
Say the upright pad.
Well,
21-6.
That might be a trick. I would like to see if Spencer could pull that off.
He had to put a downward spin on it. A minute left here, or second, excuse me, before the half.
Well,
Stranger things have happened. Altamont could return this for a touchdown.
Well, you
I
were
would
a witness
imagine.
to it last week. You have the you have Monticello on the road. They got the champs on the rope. They kick off deep.
It was everybody. I was calling it with a local guy, and man, if he wasn't sweating bullets, I don't know what he was doing, because everybody's like, man, we're going to lose this to Monticello, this great run that we've had.
Well,
and he ran it back.
You know as well as I do. You know, to win a full season, go a full season undefeated.
It's tough.
So many things have to go. You have to avoid any injuries. You have to avoid that just bad bounce. You have to avoid the team on a hot streak themselves. You know, and here they had Monticello coming in, just ignoring everything. I wonder if we can draw that. I wonder if we can pull that replay up, because I think I'd like to see that.
Tyler will pull it out of his
we'll
Rolodex.
see if we can get the man in charge of all the. Here comes a short little squib.
Ooh, rocked there. Man. A lot of hitting. There had to be some time off the clock, unless he just jumped on it.
Yeah, and that's gonna. Well, no, they've got 1 second. And Dylan Lindsay's got a rocket arm. The guy could put it down there 40 yards. Well,
we'll
we
see.
were talking about
21-6.
earlier, Brian. I'd like to see that replay from the Duchesne Monticello. I wonder if we've got that on file. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that again?
Well, Altamont called a timeout. They're going to try to pull a rabbit out of their hat and score right here with a second left. Have one last shot, Hail Mary to the end zone.
Well, I'll tell you how they can see the replay of that kickoff.
They could buy it.
They can watch the rebroadcast on VTV.
YouTube has them. Don't they have them on YouTube?
Yeah, no, you can go to VTV Channel 6, and you can watch it on online anytime.
Yeah.
You can watch the rebroadcast on Channel 6 or Channel 706 in high definition. Or like you say, you could go to vtvchannel6.com and order a copy of the DVD.
So many options, Mark. You just answered your own question there. I know what you're going to be doing tomorrow.
I feel like I work at Walmart, where I have so many options for my clients.
Yep.
Speaking of Walmart, how do we bring those guys on as a sponsor?
I don't know. They got deep pockets.
Yeah, but they do. I mean, this is this is the kind of thing we need to.
International chain like that.
Now that we're going, to the playoffs. We're hitting the road.
Yeah, road trip.
Cedar City. Can you believe that?
I got treats, buddy. I got treats.
So that's going to be November 8th, if I've got the dates right. Maybe we can.
We'll get them figured out here before.
Yeah,
the
we'll
end of
put
the
a
game.
schedule for the playoffs. Because I know a lot of the folks at home they've only got two to cover, three
Trips
on the
to the
outside. And here
he's
comes
looking
the
to air it
pass.
out to a single
it's
guy.
up in the air.
Oh, and he brings it down.
He's over a touchdown.
Oh my goodness! Roberts is the Did you see that?
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness!
Wow! Randy Sorensen catches that in stride. I cannot believe
How
it.
did he catch that?
I have no idea what happened there. You see that? Even the referee smiling. I cannot believe it. Here we go, Dylan Lindsay.
He gets a trip. Oh, this is the wrong way to
Oh,
play, Tyler.
yeah,
Come on.
Oh, well,
Oh my goodness, he had trips out here the near side. He was trying to, draw as many guys over to this. Who was it, Riley?
it was
number 3, Sorensen.
Randy Sorensen, and Randy Sorensen only had to beat Roberts for the touchdown, and he holds the ball up high to let everybody know that he scored a touchdown. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Well, they're going to go for 2 and try to regain that missed PAT.
Oh.
And score and bring the score to
Hey, why not?
14.
They're gaining 5 yards a rush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You only got to go 2. This is ridiculous. Boy, I was screaming so loud I scared a couple of the faithful here in the bleachers.
Yeah, everybody's going to go home around us.
Well, I tell you what,
That
Randy
was big.
Sorensen, did you see how high he held that ball in the air?
Well, like I said, he still had, even after that miraculous catch, he still had to beat Roberts.
And Roberts got a pair of jets on him,
And he just about brought him down on the one. Wouldn't it be devastating to be brought down on the 1 yard line?
You hear the gun go off, and unless it's a defensive penalty, you've got nothing. And he just, wow.
Well, they're set up for 2.
Talk about 24 seconds left, Brian. we had a 14-6 game.
I was thinking about how I'm going to get warm. And
here goes Lindsay with a pass. He catches it, and then he gets tackled.
Yeah.
So that's a failed PAT. And they went
plenty
right
of
back
other
to
guys.
Randy
Yeah, I
Sorensen.
was going to say he had other guys. We wanted to let Sorensen finish off his.
Well, and that's a little bit of a mistake on Sorensen. You got to get to the end line, But unbelievable. Okay, 21
to 12.
Well,
here
the cheerleaders were going to line up for their push-ups, but then the guys came off the field, so they had to cheer for them. Okay, so everyone, what an exciting half. Stick around for the Bigfoot Pro Shop high school halftime performance. We're going to take a break, and we'll see you at the beginning of the third period.
On your way to the great outdoors, stop by Bigfoot Pro Shop on North Vernal Avenue. We've got you covered. Bigfoot Pro Shop. Just look for the giant fly in the sky.
Good job, Lady Longhorns. Thank you.
Tired of fast food type financial planning, benefits, and insurance plans? At the Advisor Group, we have specialized teams for financial planning, retirement plans, health benefits, and insurance. That's why we're the big city firm of firms for your local and professional needs.
Western Petroleum may have changed their name to Pilot Logistics, but the employees that you have always counted on locally are still the ones here now. Pilot Logistics continues to provide the Uinta Basin with cardlock services, bulk fuels, lubes, and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. Call 789-1832 for information about the services offered by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum would like to thank all of their valued customers for the many years of providing services here in the Uinta Basin and look forward to serving you in the future as Pilot Logistics.
Having a baby is one of the most important events in your life. At Ashley Regional Medical Center, we are prepared to make that experience memorable by providing a secure and pleasant environment. When you arrive at our birthplace, you will be greeted by our award-winning OB nursing staff. Their desire is to make you as comfortable as possible and to provide you with all the information you need or want. You will be placed in one of our modern birthing suites. Family members are welcome, but only with your consent. During the labor process, the nursing staff will attend to your every need and monitor your progress. Your physician will be kept up to date by the nursing staff and attend to you when it's time to deliver your bundle of joy. After your delivery, you will be taken to our beautiful and relaxing post-delivery rooms. Your care will still be monitored by our staff, and you and your baby will receive constant attention. Choose Ashley Regional Medical Center for your OB care.
With more towers locally and the only true 4G LTE network in the Uinta Basin, you get more with Strata Networks. Enjoy fewer dropped calls, the basin's fastest and most reliable network, nationwide coverage, and the latest technology that keeps you connected like never before. Visit us in Roosevelt or Vernal or call us at 622-5007. More speed, more power. 4G LTE, only from Strata Networks.
VTV Channel 6 and Strata Networks present live high school football coverage in high definition. Made possible by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.
Oh, he's back here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half coverage of Uinta Basin High School football action here on VTV Channel 6, streaming live to you on Strata WebView. If you're just joining us, you missed an exciting first half of play. You have to go back and watch it. Altamont scored right before the half on a wonderful catch by number 3 for the Longhorns, Randy Sorensen.
Yeah,
threaded the needle.
Yeah.
Lindsay did. Connected with him.
Threw a gorgeous pass. Sorensen almost seemed surprised the ball was there. Next thing you know, he's holding it up for a touchdown with Roberts riding him on the shoulders. Got to remind you, Brian, at 24 seconds left, it was 14-6. I mean, so both teams scored inside the 24-second mark of the second period. Oh my, and that clock keeper. That had to have been a home cooking on the clock because there was only 1 second left on the kickoff.
Yeah, 1 second left. At 1.3 seconds.
And he rolled off the whole 0.3 seconds. Yeah. So here we go.
Lindsay, fumbles the ball
on the ground. I don't see
know if
who got it.
Duchesne looks like they have it.
Looks like they're signaling Duchesne ball. That's a shame because the momentum.
Duchesne, Altamont, I was going to say, Altamont had the ball, was starting to make some movement there. Hands it off, like I said. It might have been one of those things. It's so hard to communicate with that option, who's going to keep the ball, whether Lindsey or
what do we call it? 2 grunts and a whistle?
yeah. Which one had it in that time? Bad communication, comes up with a fumble. The Eagles able to pounce on it.
Looking for the pass. He's got a man open deep. He's got it.
Oh, hits him in the
well,
hands.
I'll tell you, that's the second pass where the receiver's been wide open, where Roberts missed just enough. You know, he's right behind him on that back shoulder, and they're running away from it, trying to make the adjustment.
The ball's still very catchable, though.
Yeah, it looks like an easy adjustment, but you're running away from it, and you'll see right there 86 Wyatt Remond, and it hits him on the hands, but he is running away from it and twisting, and that's a tough position to get your body in. You see these NFL and college players do it every week. Makes it look easy, but it's not nearly as easy as it could possibly look. So here they go, handoff outside.
Mirror to the left side of that same one.
Nobody there.
The very first touchdown. Oh, the ball comes out.
But it does go out of bounds after the ball goes out.
Mirror shooken up a little bit. He was rocked right as he was thrown down. That's the exact same play they scored on the first touchdown of the game.
Muir, and he's going to get a nice block from Duchesne.
Downhill.
And then right here, Sorensen gets
throws
to him.
Out of, his head whacks that pylon. Man, that's rough.
Yeah,
when your jersey catches you and it just whiplashes your head, you're melon right into the.
You're going to have a headache in the morning on that one. Man.
Took a little while getting up, but he is able to get up under his own power, so that's a good sign. Roberts under center. Opts to keep it, and he's in for 6.
Yeah, well, that was a nice keeper by Roberts.
Like
man.
you said, I noticed that last game, you know, he's not the traditional quarterback that reads the option and uses it as much as he can. He'll keep that ball and cut it up.
Right here he comes. He has Duchesne out on the edge, and he does just enough with his shoulders to turn the defender, number 31 for the Longhorns, get him out of position. Then it's just an easy scored in for the touchdown. And just like that, 27-12. I mean, the Eagles came out of halftime, 3 plays, and they're in.
Like a sleeping giant, they were awakened in halftime. Oh, it's blocked
finally
there. Great
the Longhorns
job.
get through, and they've been close all night. Looks like Dylan Lindsey got through on that one, jumps up high and blocks it. So that's going to even out a little bit on those extra points. 27-12. So the Longhorns can get back into it with 2 scores here. So here's the jump.
See. Yeah, great.
Like
Look at all those red in there. Great penetration by the defense there. Well, 11 minutes. That only took a minute off the clock there. Like I said, that fumble gave him great field position. And then Roberts able to cut it up for 6. Well, we'll see if the Longhorns can answer here early in the third quarter. They'll set up to return. They have number 10. Oh, lost my paper.
They're throwing out
Lindsey.
footballs down there, Brian. I was hoping to get one. You know, we came to one of the Union high basketball games, and
Lindsey and Sorensen back to receive.
And they got the footballs all the way up to the announcers.
I thought you guys were down on the floor.
No, that's a Union game. We're up on like the 3rd tier or 4th.
Oh.
I don't know how deep that.
I was gonna say that wouldn't be a very good throw if you were down on the floor.
Spencer.
It'd be hard to.
Back to kick. He's got a big leg, as we know. Gets this one about the 8-yard line.
Fielded by Randy Sorensen. Up the middle. Got to about the 22, 23. Finally,
they
got to blow that whistle.
That looked like one of those rugby scrums where they all get together and then they start pushing.
Ball goes between their legs somewhere.
Yeah, I never understood that.
I can't understand that game. And why did they throw the ball and then kick it through the field goal of the uprights? And their uprights are like 75 feet tall.
Yeah, let's, you know.
That's a game I'll never understand.
Maybe we could talk Dell into going to the 1A high school rugby championships. Now that we
just go to Highland, or whatever it is. They win it every year.
Yeah, what was the name of that movie?
Forever Strong?
Yeah, they did a lot of running in that movie. Oh, ball's on the ground again. Lindsey just drops on it. That's smart play. They lost it last time, and the quick score by the Eagles. Tonight's game brought to us by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. They have a specialized team to help meet your needs. The advisor group is the firm of firms.
2nd and 11 now for the Longhorns.
Look at that, 5 receivers. You got
Lindsey in the shotgun formation. Short shotgun, looking for the quick pass.
Oh,
middle,
he's got him in stride. He's got a block. And can he beat Roberts? He's the only guy who's got to beat. Roberts pushes him and gets him out of the 26.
He knew he wasn't going to tackle him. He just took his own momentum and pushed him out of bounds that time.
Ooh.
Big play by Foy there.
Watch the accuracy of the play. He's got the blitz coming. He gets it on the hot read. That's Foy on the quick slant. And
should have cut it back up. He had Duchesne and Roberts there hot on his trail. He's not one to cut back, though. He's just going to go full steam.
He's looking for the contact is what he's doing. Woo! Well, punch for punch. Here they come. 5 receivers again. Foy kind of cheating in the inside. They go.
Oh, look for the reverse there. Oh, the
fumble.
Oh no!
Oh, wisely gets down on top of it. That's Randy Sorensen.
It almost would have been a great reverse because
watch the replay.
Lindsey was hit right as he hands the ball off.
Smack! Oh, Duchesne just destroys the play.
Oh, and he was not able. That thing was slippery.
Plummer right on top of Sorensen when he gets down on the ball.
Slippery like a greased BB, maybe?
A greased BB.
Have you ever tried to attempt to pick up a greased BB?
No, I work at a desk. I don't do these.
We're looking for number 2 red grease, too. I mean, that's slippery stuff.
Look at Lindsey. Shows the ball as a fake, and then he cuts it back inside, down at about the 12-yard line, Brian.
First and 10.
He just, you'll see on the replay, this is kind of interesting. He just held the ball up like he's the Statue of Liberty. Watch this, just holds the ball up. And I'm going to run it. He sees a big lane.
Great job by the offensive line there, giving him a place to go. Finally brought down.
Spencer pushes him back into the middle
tries
of the
to
field.
get it. So 1st and 10. It's going to be about the 14-yard line.
Well, the Eagles scored in a hurry, and here comes the Longhorns with an answer. Handoff up the middle, squeezes past the first guy.
Finally brought down by number 71 that time.
Riley Spencer for the Eagles. We haven't called his number a lot tonight, but Riley with a nice tackle there. He was on an island. There wasn't any help. If Foy gets past him, it's going to be trouble. Yeah, and then on the replay, there was a host of Eagles coming in, but they just thought they'd let him do all the dirty work. Some of those pretty boys, they don't want to get in on those tackles sometimes. You know?
2nd and 6 for the Longhorns. Lindsey in the shotgun. Foy going to hand off to Foy up the middle. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, brought down, maybe gain of a yard.
3rd and 4, they can get a first down without scoring. Was what they did on their first touchdown that they scored. The second one was that miracle play to Sorensen with 1 second left. 27-12. Both offenses just basically doing whatever they want out here. 3rd and 4. What the Longhorns have in store for us this time? Looking
to pass to the end zone. He airs it up. Number 1's open.
Oh, and he
got it.
Clay Giles with a nice running catch.
Number 1. Number 1 is Brady Farnsworth.
Oh, excuse me.
You're on the wrong page.
I'm looking on the Eagle football. That's Brady Farnsworth. Excuse me. The junior.
It worked for the Eagles, so the Longhorns were going to attempt it. Just airs it out.
Yeah, Brady Farnsworth, I apologize. You don't really care because you scored 6. 27-18. They've got to convert on one of these point afters.
Big old neck brace can hardly turn his head. But able to come down with the ball, and that's all that matters.
Well, when when Dylan Lindsey puts the ball right on strike.
Oh, look at the pass. He's taping the ball. Oh, and he airs it out. Brought down by Spencer.
And he caught
Sorensen.
Yeah, wow.
Sorensen.
Randy Sorensen, and that's a 2-point conversion that's good. That makes the score 27-12.
This game just turned
look
around.
At this, and that's just a genius play.
Stays behind the line of scrimmage and just throws it up.
Randy Sorensen doing a lot of scoring tonight. Well, you know, I'm midway through the second period. I'm all ready to hand the player of the game
There's a lot of game left to play.
But I'll tell you right now, Randy Sorensen is doing some dirty work down there. Cheerleaders having to do 20 push-ups.
Well, you go for 2 there and evens up the score a little bit. 20-27.
What, you got the onside kick again?
Well, they're setting up their special teams here. If they can get the ball back here, they got a lot of time. 7:29 still left in this third quarter. A lot of passing going on in this third quarter. The clock not moving much because of it.
So story of the game is defense in the first 1 3/4 quarters.
40.
So you got 1 3/4 quarters, and they score a grand total of 20 points. And then in the next
27.
4 minutes, they score what? Another 6, 7, 13, plus 14, 27. I can do this math.
27. Well, they're going to kick it short, looking to get the 10 yards, but Spencer there, the hands man, get the hand guys on the front line. He's going to jump on that ball before it gets to the 10. But so it'll be marked about the 40 or about the 48-yard line of the Longhorns. The Eagles will take over. 1st and 10, 7:28. I'd like to thank those bringing you tonight's game. CrossFit Avenue, family and student discounts. No matter your fitness level, if you have the desire, we can train you. Make sure you see the CrossFit on North Fertile Avenue, hence the name CrossFit, North CrossFit Avenue. Roberts opting to keep it on the outside. He's got speed. He's got a lane open, and he's taking it all the way to the house. Not even touched as he goes around the outside. That hole was ginormous. You can drive a freight train through, and it just took the wind right out of this crowd and the Altamont defense. Watch him. Seals the outside to Spain there to lead block for him, but he outruns him even. Foy trying to keep up with him. And that guy's just off to the races. Nobody touches him.
Boy, it's pretty easy run for 50 yards on a touchdown when it's that good of blocking.
Yeah, like I said,
you know, as much as Roberts would like to.
He had lead blockers. He didn't even need them.
Yeah.
So that's what we've noticed with this Duchesne team. Just like I told you that game last week, it looked like the wind was out of their sails. They were going to settle in for a loss. And that's just the spur that they needed to get going again. Yeah. And Roberts answered.
Well, and they go for the 2-point conversion that's blocked. And on that earlier replay.
Trying to give it that time. Roberts trying to do the same thing, and he's tripped up at number 1 that time. Brady Farnsworth.
Well,
33-20.
When you're a quarterback and you get a vestibule like what a vestibule is kind of a passageway, an interior passageway.
Okay.
So if he was going to create a path, if your blockers were going to create a path for you, I was also a biology student. The vestibule is also a part of the inner ear structure. I wanted to talk to you about that a little bit.
Oh, I've had some inner ear problems. Maybe I should get a new vestibule.
Vestibule.
I'd like to spell that. Do you know how to spell that word?
Do you remember being at a spelling bee and you'd have to say vestibule, V-E-S-T-I-B-U-L-E, vestibule. So you'd have to say it before and after. And there's all sorts of tricks, you got the Latin words, since it's an anatomy term, it's got a Latin root base to it.
Do they have to define it now too?
Well, you can ask for a definition, and that helps sometimes on the answer,
I tried to avoid the spelling bees at all possible.
I did the spelling bee once. I was in the 4th grade, and I was going up against the brain class, And on the 1-yard line, here comes the kickoff. Who's got it?
Muir, I'm sorry.
You're
number 10, Dylan Lindsay.
Yeah, when we got 2 home teams here, I know we're up at Altamont, and since we're sitting in the Altamont booth, you gotta lean that way, or you're not gonna make it out here alive.
It might bring the shack down on top of you.
But you got technically 2 home teams here.
Well, it's hard because the
numbers are similar.
The people who touch the ball the most have similar numbers, so we get our P's and Q's confused. Anyways, 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line, or 24-yard line. There's where Altamont will take over. Hikes Lindsay looking to pass. Gets rid of number 1. Picks up the ball.
Almost a first
Duchesne.
down. About 8.5 yards on that play.
Spain almost gets his hand on the ball that time.
But Brady Farnsworth is
coming up with the hot hands.
He's having a nice third period here. He's had a couple of nice plays.
Oh, man, it's like he wasn't even looking for the ball.
Boy, you know, he's got, like you say, that big neck brace. And Dylan Lindsay's just packing the ball in where he has no chance but to catch it. I mean, the only thing he can do is catch it. So doing it all in the air here. Lindsay throws again, a quick slant to the outside.
Oh, he's
makes the first guy miss.
Down. Woo. That one, I was going to say, if they haven't been able to complete that pass all night, almost loses it that time, but able to scoop it up.
Yeah.
Kind of bobbles it, but brings it down. 1st and 10 now for the Longhorns, 38-yard line.
Looks like he was twisting that ball like a Rubik's Cube, the way he was trying to spin it around in his hands. So
6:47.
Hand off.
Number 4. Oh, Duchesne decleats him. Oh, and comes up with the ball.
We're going to call it down. Duchesne saying, hey, wait a minute, I had the ball.
Yeah,
and you're going to watch this on the high-definition replay. What happens, it looked like Duchesne hits him hard enough and picks up the ball right.
Man, he hits hard
here,
right there.
And you're going to see him.
Oh, I think he has the ball way before.
Ooh, yeah, it's kind of one of those both have possession and Foy's on his back. Regardless.
Lindsay out to the outside. He's got time.
First
there's
down.
Flag on the play.
We might have a hold. Woo.
Second, it's going to be a holding.
That's too bad. So the flag is down at the 35-yard line. Where are they going to march it off from? It's usually from the point of the foul. And sure enough, that's where we're going to mark it off. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and about 22. Wow.
Tough play for the Longhorns.
Man, you know,
they
everything's
were right
going
within a
right.
first down.
Everything's going right in the hold.
2nd and 20. 6:30 left in this third quarter. Score 33-20 in favor of the Eagles. And Lindsay in the shotgun formation. It's 2 to the near, 2 to the far. He's going to opt up to the center. Keeps the ball.
Well, you know, you get in this late in the season and the grass is getting dry.
Yeah,
and
see the
ground
dust out
is
there.
Rock hard, you know. It's cold. Every time you hit it, it's like hitting concrete. And these Eagles can pack a punch on the defensive side. So that brings up 3rd and about 17 to go. 33-20, 5:47 left. And they need to get some points on the board because the Champs are scoring in a hurry right now. Back to pass.
To jam him. He's got pressure. He shakes his 1st and 2nd. Finally brought down. Not before he gains about 5:54 there was the tackler for the Eagles. Caught him from behind. Reinhardt,
you see on
Josie.
the replay, boy, he just gets so much pressure. And what would have been a big loss, he makes it into positive yardage. But when you've dug a hole and made it 2nd and 22, it really kind of doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Lining
4th down
up
here,
the
lining
punt.
up the punt. You don't want to give the Eagles this kind of field position. So they line up to punt.
Well, they have gone for a fake before,
yeah, I was
but
going to say, I don't think we're going to see the fake this time around.
Good
Kicks it
punt.
off,
Gonna get a
kicks
good
it away
bounce.
from Muir, and he decides not to pick it up.
Yeah, we saw that earlier. He had that bounce
Boy,
and
boom.
it sprung into his face mask.
Yeah.
He got lit up. He decided, I don't want any more of those. What's the ambulance going over to the Eagles side for?
I see somebody roughed up over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they just take a few laps around the track here. Make sure the engine stays warmed up.
There's a whole bunch of people hovered around somebody. and you see that there's a player in a blanket. Yeah,
what number is that?
Number 71 for the Eagles is being carried into the ambulance.
Riley Spencer.
Yeah, and there's his mom. You see his mom's got the sweatshirt and the blanket. That might be his girlfriend, excuse me. Apologize to everyone out there. And in the meantime, we miss a big play by the Eagles, but Brian, we saw that ambulance go over there, and that's a little concerning, you know, at the high school level, at any level, you don't want to see anyone get hurt.
22 yards there.
And that was
on the play.
Nice pass completion that we missed, and the passing plays for the Eagles have been open tonight. They've just missed, misfire.
They haven't been able to connect with them. When they have, it's hit him in the hands or maybe a little bit behind. But Roberts,
well, that's a little
under center. Duchesne in the backfield. Muir to the near side. He goes in motion.
Fake handoff stop there.
Oh, guys, the guy. 28 Coyle.
Oh, Coyle is wide open, and it's the fourth time tonight we see the ball hit the
ball knocks him over.
Yeah, and Roberts is getting it to him, and he's just a little off thrown, and
just a little. He has to turn around. Boom.
But boy, they should have caught all of these passes
ball
tonight.
knocks him over.
Yeah.
Come on, Hands. I treat you good. I wash you, keep you warm, and that's how you treat me.
Well, let's hope that Riley Spencer's okay. He's been loaded up in the ambulance, and
some kind of leg injury. He was being lifted off.
Carried out there. They've got him loaded up.
3rd and 10. This time Coyle to the near side.
Coyle
shakes him. Oh my goodness! Locking.
I think that was Dylan Lindsay. Or was
number
it number 70
there? He is jacked up. Tony Brown.
Tony is just strutting. You'll see him
because the train.
Coyle gets stood up. Here he comes like a freight train.
Boom!
Oh!
Rock and roll, man. Look at he's out of the play.
Gonna leave a mark.
Oh, man.
Boy, they're gonna have to put in some fill dirt in the field where that crater was created.
Oh, man. Good stuff.
He's still back there rocking his head back and forth. He's he looks like the water boy right now. You know, like you said something about my mama.
3rd and 7 for the
Tony
Eagles.
Brown, one of the seniors tonight for the Altamont Longhorns.
Muir,
and here comes a
rush.
Pass,
quick screen.
Screen.
Catches them. Almost a broken play.
Blockers all over the
blockers
place.
If they can get down. Finally brought down. Tripped up by number 10 there for the Longhorns, among other people. But he was able to initial combat Dylan Lindsay.
Well, you watch on this replay.
They make this look like a blown coverage, like it's such a well done screenplay.
Wow.
It kind of goes out to the left side.
And the way that Muir just slips through that, like he was going to block and slips through, and a nice touch pass from Roberts, and then boy, all sorts of blockers downfield, and Muir had an easy time of it all the way up to the 11-yard line.
1st and 10 on the 12. This time right up the middle to number 24.
Touchdown.
The Spain there, he's got speed. He comes from a
long
line of speed demons. He's had brothers that have come for, and you wouldn't know it, but this guy had a bar in his leg last year. He broke his leg. They had to set it, put screws and a bar up there to keep it from going anywhere. He was on crutches all last year, but you wouldn't even know it looking at him this year.
You still have the bar?
I would like to keep it
if
I had it.
That's a competitive disadvantage if you got a bar in your leg and the other guy doesn't.
Somebody hits your bar and rings their head, you know.
Well, it looks like they're going to line up to go for 2. You got Duchesne in the backfield, heavy power formation. They're going to pass a fade.
Spencer, is he out of bounds? Oh, he's good.
Oh, no, they wave it out of bounds.
Calling it.
Yeah, the back line judge says out of bounds. The side judge says it was in, but they call it out of bounds. Spencer's disappointed. Let's see on the replay.
Eagles.
You're going to see that back line. That ball's in the air.
Oh,
he was
got
in
one
bounds.
leg.
Yeah, that was a blown call by the referees.
This near judge called it, but the back line judge.
You don't see anyone on the Longhorn side of the ball complaining that they missed that call.
The score now 39-20 in favor of the Eagles. 3:20 left in this third quarter. We'll step aside, have a word from our sponsors, and be right back.
Amplify.
back, ladies and gentlemen, to Uinta Basin High School football action here on VTV Channel 6. I'm Brian Nielsen, freezing alongside Mark Mason here at Altamont High.
Well, tonight's game is brought to you live on Strata WebView or Strata.tv. Rebroadcast on VTV Cable Channel 6 and in high definition on Cable 706. They touched that ball. That's going to be a touchback. Then tonight's broadcast, the live stream, is brought to us by Jiffy's Pawn Shop. Everything from guns to vacuums. Jiffy's Pawn Shop will buy, sell, trade, loan, pretty much anything. That's the Danzy brothers that own Jiffy's Pawn Shop, right?
Danzy?
Yeah.
Vernal and Roosevelt?
Yeah, that's a good family.
Good setup they got there. Like you said, go in and
boy,
the
I'll tell
merchandise
you what,
is always being rotated. You can come up with some big finds, man.
Talk about a DVD selection. People must pawn DVDs. I walked in there. There was more DVDs than Blockbuster has. Lindsay with a big run, and he gets actually rocked by Roberts. And you're right, that was a helmet-to-helmet crack. And we've seen a number of penalties this year in the Basin with the coverage that we've had. But Roberts gets away with one right there. But
you could hear it from here.
Man, even with the earphones on, it hurt my ears. Boom. Ooh.
That's going to ring your bell.
Yeah, you get one plugged in the ear hole like that. And nowadays, the way they've vented these helmets, and you've got these different kind of ear holes, it doesn't hurt as bad, but it's still.
First and 10 on the 32-yard line. Going to hand it up to Foy, who brings it back into about the 3, maybe 4 yards on the carry.
Foy does that so much. It just moves the people that are tackling him. You're just going to see, watch here. He comes across shallow and dives up, hit pretty quickly, and then he takes 4 guys for an extra yard and a half.
That's crazy. Will be second and about 4.
It's kind of like playing PlayStation. You play, the NFL 2K13 or 14 or whatever version they have right now, and you have a little special button that you push. And here goes Lindsay around the edge, and he's got through the third layer of the defense.
Coyle finally brought him down. Right about midfield. Well, actually it's on the 42-yard line.
Boy, and
big play for Longhorns.
Makes me wish that we could have seen this game without the 2 turnovers, because you'll remember they were knocking on the door and there was the interception right at the goal line to Roberts. And then the other one right at the beginning of the half, they fumble on the 25-yard line. Boy, the way these offenses are going, the defenses can't stop them unless they do something to destroy themselves,
This time Foy up the middle. He's hit right as he receives the ball. He was able to drag it for a couple yards.
Might have been one Lindsay could have kept.
Kind of a weird play, because he brings the ball out and then he sends Foy back into the scrimmage there. You'd think you'd want to give him some room to run. Instead, they send him back into the mess there. 2nd and 8 now for the Longhorns. Minute 23 left in the third quarter. Lindsay trying to make something out of nothing. Pile drive by number 58 there for the Eagles. Jacob Plummer. He gained about a yard. So 3rd and 7.
Plummer's having a good night tonight, and we've seen him in on a number of the plays.
I'll bring up 3rd. They're taking a little while to get up to play. Hopefully they got something up their sleeve.
Yeah, 47 seconds left here in the quarter. Down by 19 points. They've got to get some points on the board with this drive. Looking to pass, airs it up.
Oh, wasn't able to come back to the ball. He had a guy open, just a little underthrew him.
Oh,
I think he knocked the wind out of him. Yeah, he landed on that ball.
Yep.
Oh,
no, it's holding his shoulder. He's holding his shoulder, and that's just a shame, because Randy's having a heck of a night, and he's still holding that arm.
His collarbone that he got?
Yeah, I don't know. You got the collarbone, maybe a dislocation. Let's see if we can see what happened. He dives for the ball. You'll see it's a little underthrown. Oh, he landed on that elbow right when he came down, and sometimes you dislocate.
Yeah,
or you break
dislocation
that,
of
and
collarbone.
right away he's holding on to his collarbone.
Well, he's being brought out. He's under his own pressure. Tough guy there.
Still holding the arm up close to the body. And yeah, you got some kind of shoulder thing going on here. They're looking at him.
They were able to get him off, come off under his own wheel.
Well,
power.
They're going to reset. Well, in his place, you'll probably see Brady Farnsworth line up where he was, and you do. He's right there in the slot.
Boy in the backfield with Lindsey. Looking to pass again. He has pressure by Duchesne on the out, or 21 there, gave him pressure.
Jeez. He made the first guy miss, and then the line collapsed. Down he goes. Tonight's game brought to you by CrossFit Avenue. Family and student discounts available. Make sure you see the CrossFit on North Vernal Avenue, hence the name CrossFit Avenue.
Little turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. 23 seconds left. Longhorns looking to score before the half, but wasn't able to come up, so they turn it over on downs, giving it over to the very powerful offense of the Eagles. 23 seconds left in this
ball's on the
half.
ground. What happened here? Okay, Roberts got right back on top of it, Brian. So, well, I want to update you on the Eagle number 71. That's a Riley Spencer. It looks like the ambulance hasn't left, so maybe it might have just been a dehydration thing or going into shock.
Yeah,
or
if it's so cold out there, if he's
some kind of injury and he just went into a little bit of shock. Yeah. So it looks like they're able to treat him here. That's a good sign. It's and good to have that ambulance here for these kids.
He's giving it Muir around the outside.
Boy, that kid's got some jets.
Yeah, Duchesne and Muir and Roberts, man, they're. What did you think? They got like a 4.540 or something. They're cruising.
And he runs into Remington Funk, and that puts us to the end of the 3rd period. We're going to take a break to hear a word from our sponsors. Be right back.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Altamont High as they're hosting Duchesne.
Well, I wonder if we can get a picture of the cable right there, because they got the home medicine going in on Randy Sorensen. It looks like they're almost trying to pop his shoulder back in the joint. You know, it's one of those things where you think, just when you couldn't do anything dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
Redeem yourself. I don't know what the history is with medicine here.
You know,
but I'm sure they've pulled a lot of calves in this country, so maybe they're pretty good at pulling an arm back into socket.
Was that one of those things you get a little come along, a little chain, you just start pulling on that arm? And
yeah, he had his trainer was over there with him.
Yeah, he's still sitting over there. He's one tough cookie. He's just sitting over there holding his shoulder.
He's trying to build his steam up. He's trying to build up his confidence so he can get that thing popped back in. 3rd and 10 for the Longhorns.
You know, speaking of Dumb and Dumber, you know they're making a Dumb and Dumber 2.
2? Haven't they already made one like that? Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, that's Dumb and Dumber. And now it's Dumb and Dumber 2, T-O is how they spelled it.
T-O.
And they got the original guys in it, Jim Carrey and what's the other guy?
Really?
I don't know where you're going to be when that comes out, but I'm going to be on the front row.
Well, we still got to go to Ender's game. That's coming out pretty soon. November 1st, I think. That's a good one. they're going to measure this as it was going to be third down. I think they have it by at least half a ball. So they're bringing out. I don't know if it's a collarbone. They're making the rounds of the ambulance. Now he's on this side of the field.
Here comes the ambulance.
They're going to kick out the less wounded person.
Yeah, which one? It depends on if it's an Altamont driver or a Duchesne driver to which one actually gets to go to the hospital.
Could you rate your pain? Is it from a 1 to a 10? How bad does it hurt?
How close to death are you tonight? So after the offsides, 5-yard penalty, Roberts back to pass.
Roberts airs it out. That one-legged pass of his. Muir almost brings the ball and he throws it to the outside.
Wouldn't it be ironic if he caught that one tonight,
Roberts, he kind of does that one-legged hop pass, totally upper body when you don't step into it like that, and he airs it out. Muir turns around, almost brings it down. That'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. Right here at the start of the 4th quarter, Altamont High as they trail 20-39 to the Eagles. Duchesne in the backfield. It's Coyle in motion. He has Coyle out as the option man. He's gonna hits him right in the helmet.
Boy, and that ball's on the ground. It's a live ball, Brian. Who's got it?
Does Altamont
have it?
I think, Altamont jumped on it.
Yeah, wow.
Coyle, in Coyle's defense, he's never received the ball all night.
Yeah, I mean, what's he going to do?
He's like,
Roberts has tucked it up every time tonight, and here he comes.
Yeah. This time decides to do it and hits him right in the helmet.
Oh,
he's like, I'm not supposed to touch the ball. You know better than that.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, Roberts made the right choice because Tony Brown destroyed him as soon as he let go of that ball. Brown is a beast. I mean, he is just
70.
I mean, he's the biggest kid on the field, and he destroyed Roberts. Wow.
Altamont looking to get back in this game. They're going to take over on this fumble on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. They got 2 to the near, 2 to the far. Foy and Lindsay in the backfield. Lindsay receives the ball, looks to pass his left side, keeps it. Finally wrapped up.
Brian.
He's looking to pass. He had number 1 down the field, but Farnsworth wasn't able to connect with him. Just needed a few more seconds to get rid of that ball. 86 in hot pursuit that time. Wyatt Riemann. It'll be 2nd and 14. Right about 11:30 left, 11:36. Left in the game. Lindsay in the shotgun formation. Calls for the ball, receives it, gives it to Foy, kicks it to the outside.
Boy,
near side. Almost a block in the back there.
Boy, he's got one guy to beat, and he makes that cut, and Roberts just grabs him by the shoulder pads and brings him down. I just got this feeling that he's just one broke tackle away from the big one.
Watch this right here, number 3. You almost get crocked. Oh, right there.
Yeah, got him a little bit. It's kind of like when you run a red light and you call it a pinkish light.
It's not quite red.
That was on the 3/4 side of his back. I mean, he had a little bit of his shoulder there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we got a timeout on Duchesne's side. Who have you talked about? Ashley Regional Medical Center?
Well, you better do Ashley Regional because I can't do the Hawkeye 18 nuclear bomb machine again.
Sit back. Relax. Ashley Regional Medical Center provides the most technologically advanced radiology service in northeastern Utah, including but not limited to the Hawkeye 6 nuclear medicine machine and the 64 CT size scanner. Ashley Regional has 2 locations, Vernal and Roosevelt. The Roosevelt Clinic offers full services, lab, x-ray, and women's health, including OB services. So please visit Ashley Regional Medical Center for all your medical needs.
You hit a home run there, Brian.
I thought so. Were you recording that? Because we could play that back.
Well, that might play well on the radio, that inflection in your voice.
11 minutes. 3rd and about 4 now. 3rd and about 4 for the Altamont Longhorns.
Hey, Brian, we had a special visit to the booth.
Not a happy
visitor. This is one of the first times this has ever happened in the many years I've called football for VTV Channel 6. The referee came up and had a little bit of words about how we handled the clock situation up here. You know, when you're down by 19 and it's the home crowd keeping the clock, of course you're going to favor it a little bit on the Altamont side, right?
I don't think there's anything wrong.
I didn't notice anything.
Third and 4 now. Oh, not any time, and he was blitzed and brought down.
Boy, that's too bad, because I'll tell you right now,
Lindsay.
They had 2 receivers on the right-hand side, and Brock Harrison was uncovered coming on that quick slant. And you see on the replay right here, there's 2 receivers here. One of them's not even covered, and it's number 9, kind of shadowed by number 21, but not really. And if Lindsay had 2 seconds of time, he might have got up the first down. So it brings up 4th and 5. They're obviously going to go for it.
Yeah, like I said, you got nothing to lose. You're down by 19, 10 minutes on the clock. You're right about midfield, so go ahead and go for it. Lindsay talking to his receivers. Has Foy kind of in that wing back formation. And that's a flag, a delay of game. Delay of game, so they're going to march him back 5 yards.
4th and 10. 4th and 10. You go from 4th and 5, a makeable 4th and 10. Now it's a difficult one. Whew. L&L Motor. Go to lnlmotor.com for coupons and daily specials. L&L Motor, people who know, people who care. So they line up quickly, 4th and 10. They come up. They've got 4 receivers, and like you say, got Foy kind of in that. And so here goes the 5th guy out. Ball's up in the air. Intercepted.
Oh, intercepted by Muir that time.
Muir is off for the races.
Is woo, and rock and roll.
Oh dear, we got a Longhorn down. No, he gets up.
Yeah,
okay. But
so
he got
was
blindsided.
Muir. Another big play.
45 to 20. Looks like the win streak's going to go to 44. And now we can start looking towards the playoffs. They got the quarterfinals. And we could put up after this, Muir. I'm pretty sure we just nailed the
rocked. Woo! By number 54.
Bam. Wow.
That's a rough deal.
That's
Muir's speed, though. There's no stopping him.
Yeah, once he caught it, he was gone. So they line up for the kick here. Up by 25 points, looking to make it 26. That's a 4-score lead.
Spencer
so let's see if
looking
we can
at the PAT down, and the kick is up. Almost blocked again, but that time he had the height.
Well, let's take a look at, for the first time ever for VTV Channel 6, the playoff schedule for 1A football. And that's some neat stuff because they picked this up. So on the 8th, there's going to be 2 semifinal games. We're going to cover, obviously, Duchesne, but we're also going to cover the other 2 teams so that we'll get a look at whoever's going to play in the final. Now we don't want to look ahead and say Duchesne's going to win, but you know, over the years they've done it, you know, a number of years in a row. And on the 16th, and that'll be up at Weber State, the 1A final. I mean, how much fun is this? We're going to take this production on the road. You and I did this many years ago, Brian. We went to
Judge?
Yeah, Judge Memorial.
Yeah.
Went on the road.
It's a nice place.
But this is the big show. This is the
all
playoffs.
The marbles.
Yeah, this isn't just regular season. This is one and done, and whoever goes on is playing for the championship. So they're going to play down at Cedar City at the college. That's
Southern
a nice
Utah?
stadium. Yeah, have you been in that stadium?
Man, no. I've driven by it on the highway.
No, the stadium's incredible. They do the Utah Summer Games. We've been down there the last couple of years with the soccer team. But the stadium's beautiful. Nice field, nice facility. That's a lot of fun to play on a field like that.
Is it turf or what is it?
Yeah, it's turf. And then they go up to Weber State.
I've never been to Weber.
Yeah, Weber's got a nice facility as well. And with all the team speed playing on turf, here goes a little chip shot to the corner, and the Eagles are going to get to it. Oh, it goes out of bounds.
He was so close to getting that ball.
Yeah, it looked like the Eagles were going to get there, and then the ball takes a side hop out of bounds, so that's a penalty.
So where did it go out of bounds? About the 40?
Well, I think it goes to the 40 is what the penalty is, and
So the Longhorns
No, they mark it at
Take over.
Is the penalty the
I think
35-yard line? Is that what it is?
Is it where it goes out of bounds and then, or they have the option to penalize them, move them back 10 yards and re-kick?
Something. I'm not sure.
Alrighty, 9:45 left in this game. 46-20 in favor of the Eagles. So Lindsay hands it up to Foy. Rambles for about 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
The last time we came up to watch the Longhorns play, we had a similar situation where they were just toe-to-toe, and then just a couple of bad plays, and all of a sudden it's a blowout.
Yeah, that's...
You know, and it's not that they played a bad game. I mean, the Longhorns played just a tremendous game. We're talking about 3 turnovers. 21 points on 3 turnovers.
Yeah, and like I said, it was big plays, though. They did great in the trenches, these small stuff, and they just give up the big play.
Yeah, 21 points on turnovers and 2 pick sixes.
Yeah.
And the other one was a fumble on the 25-yard line that 3 plays later is a touchdown. You know, it's just the difference of those 3 plays, and it's a whole different game, you know. And I believe it was Muir that ran both of those pick sixes back, or did Roberts get one of them back?
Yeah, Roberts ran that
then,
one.
Yeah,
he was pushed out somewhere over here.
Anyway.
Third and about 7 now for the Longhorns. They're about the 38-yard line. Lindsay brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. 2 to the near, 2 to the far, Foy in the backfield.
Go to that
traditional look that we've seen.
Looking to pass and
just wrap him up. They're just getting too much penetration now. They're running out of steam now.
It's kind of that discouraging part, and I've been a part of a few games like this where you kind of the willpower gets sucked out of you, and the blocking's not you just can't stay on your blocks as long. And Lindsay did everything he could to make something happen there, and then finally gets brought down by a host of Eagles. Clock's ticking with 7:55. 4th and 12. Of course, they're going to go for it. Let's see what they've got. No, they've got the punter out. I apologize.
They brought the punter out.
Just assumed that they'd go for it. Is that Remington Funk
Does
that does the kicking?
What's going on? Got a substitution in there, number 9, trying to find his spot on the field. Punted away right off the side of his foot.
It's going to
kind
get
of
a
a weird
gorgeous
roll.
Altamont bounce.
Muir fields it.
Whoa, nice move.
A second, third guy. Look at this, off to the races. Man,
he's going to do it. It's unbelievable.
My goodness, look at this return.
He's got so much speed.
Did you see that move that he put on Farnsworth at the very first?
That's just unbelievable what he just did.
That's kind of what a replay. You want to see the replay of last week? That's what you just saw, the replay of last week.
He has got so much speed. Watch what he does here. A nice bounce, and he, what I would have called unwisely, decides to one-hand field it, does it, and then move right there, little juke, and then
Yoink.
Watch this. He turns on the speed. Watch how much distance he gets between he and the kicker. He's almost tackled, and by the time he scores, he's 15 yards. That's incredible. Wow. Well, okay, so last week he won the game on a similar play.
I think there was some flag. I think there was a holding.
Well,
we were too busy gawking at the replay to see what was going on, but there was a holding.
Of course, he couldn't have done that without a hold. There's no way. No, my goodness, that was an incredible individual effort. It's too bad it gets called back. And a little confusion on the chain guys at the end there. They were going the wrong way.
They wanted to give it back to Altamont.
Yeah, let's give it to Altamont. 1st and 10, Altamont. Let's go. So what would have been a gorgeous 70-yard punt return ends up being about an 18-yard return after the penalty. And I don't know why they held. At the point of the hold, he was gone.
It was right there in midfield when he was going through all the crowd.
Up the middle.
Right at the middle, number 21 that time.
Yeah, but number 21 there, nothing there. The Altamont
Daniel Hamburg.
The Hamburg family. I know some of the Hamburgs over there. They live up in the, what's the, I'm trying to think that there's a little small town they live up there. Well, not that.
Hamburg, Germany?
No,
that little small town?
Bridgeland? I think that's the Hamburgs I know. They live up in Bridgeland.
2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Roberts under center. Sends number 25 in motion. That decides to keep it, and he turns on the wheels. He's got a few guys to beat. Finally drugged down by Foy.
When he has the option to run out of bounds, but he slows down knowing he's going to go out of bounds and tucks it up inside. And that's a heady play by the quarterback. You know, right now it's just time to get rid of the clock.
Yeah.
Right here you see, could have opted to go out of bounds and decides to come back up, even though he knows he's going to get hit by Foy and brought in bounds. 6:12 to go, 46-20, and the Eagles are threatening again.
They're a tough team. They've rotated a few of their underclassmen in to get a few to get some playing time, but still got that core of starters.
One of the things
Roberts.
you want to do is you get in the playoffs, you're going to start playing the best teams. You still want to have these guys used to having to go 4 quarters.
Yep, that's that time up to number 21, Hamburg. Like I said, he's still got Roberts and Spencer. Despain's still in the game, but they've rotated this number 21 in, Hamburg, in for Coyle, excuse me.
Tonight's game brought to us by Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938. Moon Lake is owned by the people they serve. They are a cooperative, not privately owned. Moon Lake Electric.
Another 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
So, Brian, you see what happens here. And the difference between a team that's undefeated and a team that's competitive, but it's not. It's just the little details. You know, less turnovers, less penalties. And the Eagles are, you know, it turns into a blowout on a couple of plays, but, you know, they are impressively solid is one of probably the nicest compliments you could give them. They just
fundamental.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
They don't make those mistakes that cost the game. And there's no doubt why they're on this 44-game win streak. And if they can win out in the playoffs, they're going to add 3 to that and make it 47. We would like to be a part of that. And you saw the schedule. Hopefully everyone can watch it at home. And breaking tackles and then brought down. And does he get the first down? It looks like he does. That'll make it 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line. It's one of the first times I've seen a referee with his shirt untucked.
Which one?
He's the back line judge.
Is it like a muumuu he's wearing, or it's not?
It
is nice.
Yeah, you know, you've got the untuck look. I mean, you know, who gets away with that? Is Fabio? Does he get away with that?
Fabio can get away with anything.
Oh yeah, and here's a touchdown by number 21, Hamburg. I got so worried about what famous star he looked like.
Fabio looks like.
Yeah, you see
Look,
that.
His hands in his pockets. You're calling a game here, buddy.
The ball went right past him, and he didn't even flinch.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah.
Hamburg scores, and that makes it 52-20, and right now the Eagles are rolling.
Spencer setting up for the PAT.
He's got his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, you're calling a game.
He's standing up. He's nonchalant.
He's probably spitting seeds.
And that looks
Ball's
like
up and good.
PAT and
52. 53-20. 3:54. Why don't we step aside one last time, have a word from our sponsor, and we'll be back with the conclusion of tonight's game.
Julianne, we'd like to wish you a happy birthday.
On your way to the great outdoors, stop by Bigfoot Pro Shop on North Vernal Avenue. We've got you covered. Bigfoot Pro Shop. Just look for the giant fly in the sky.
Back with the conclusion of tonight's game here at Altamont High, as they're now trailing the Duchesne Eagles 20-53. There's about 4 minutes left in tonight's game.
Well, you know, from about 3 minutes left in the third period on, all the breaks went towards the Eagles. And they did what they had to take care of business, and they did. Here's a fake handoff. He's going to keep it.
Keep it. Oh, right up the middle.
Foy, and Foy got
finally
destroyed.
is that Duchesne?
Yeah, Duchesne gave him a lick.
He carries a little punch, a little powder keg, that guy.
Wow.
He carries a punch. It's full speed with him.
See this ball, and it takes this really weird bounce. Foy gets it, fake handoff, and watch this. Boom. Yeah.
He said he loves those shoulders. Look. Uses that elbow.
Well, that's the old Sports Center top 10 kind of hit. You know, you don't wrap up. You better hope you put him down. But that time he had the pleasure of standing over a Muhammad Ali style saying, come back. Come back for more anytime.
Hands it off to number 1, Farnsworth. The backfield. Gets about 5 yards on the carry.
Tonight's game brought to us by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum may have a new name, but we are still the same great company you can rely on. Pilot Logistics. Clock's running, Brian. We got a big lead. Boy, you know, you look at this game. I mean, like I say, except for a little 8-minute period, we're in this absolute dogfight, back and forth, and I look at the scoreboard. I mean, just incredulous. It didn't seem like that's how the game went.
It's been a couple of big plays, and that's what it's come down to. Floyd not able to bring it down before he runs out of bounds.
Boy, Lindsey put it right where it needs to be.
Yeah, he had a couple of guys in coil in tow, but had the step on him. Well, like you said, I mean, that's the game of football, though. You can go 4 quarters, and one big play will break it open, and that's kind of what we saw here tonight. Is they were pretty much evenly matched right up to the third, and then that well-oiled machine of Duchesne just pulled ahead.
Well, what do we got? We got players of the game. Let's talk about this.
We get 2? Is that
right?
Yeah,
we got both home teams. I'm going to go. I know the Munsons are going to want to have both home teams, bringing them and a companion,
Altamont.
a pair of tickets to the Bluebell Corn Maze. Munson family does a nice show every year. What do we got? We got Muir.
I gave it to him last week.
Dynamic. Okay, we can't do that twice.
I was going to say, you can't spoil him. I gave it to him last week. Him winning the game like that, I kind of my hands were tied.
Yeah, I mean, you had to. You just had to go that direction. What about Randy Farnsworth? I mean, he dislocates his shoulder. They put it back into place. I know he hasn't come back on the field, but
is that Farnsworth? I thought he was number 1.
Number 3. Do I have the wrong? Do I have the wrong
Yeah, you're thinking
name?
Randy Sorensen.
Oh yeah, excuse me, Randy Sorensen. Excuse me. But Sorensen.
Is he back? I haven't seen him. Is that him over there?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's number 9. I haven't seen him. I think he was
out.
I think they hauled him off.
I think he's got his shoulder pads off. Yeah, his pads and his helmet are sitting on the table. I believe he's in the sideline in a red T-shirt.
Okay.
Sweaty and all, and he's just hanging out.
It's cold.
Yeah, I mean, he's so tough that he can just hang out in a T-shirt. I'm freezing in 3 layers of coats, but you know, he had a heck of a game. Foy
is tough. Like I said, he's a workhorse. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a blowout with 2 minutes left. He's still going to every
there you saw a picture
whistle to
of
whistle.
number 3 on the sideline with his T-shirt. Foy, and then of course Lindsey had a great game. I don't know. How about number 70?
Oh man, he was jacked up when he made it.
Should we give it to him on the merits on just a couple of big hits?
Yeah, he'd probably make his day.
Yeah.
What was that anyways? Number Tony Brown.
Tony Brown,
good old
senior.
Good old strong name, you know.
Why don't we
Tony
give it? Why don't we give it to Tony Brown? I mean, he's a senior. All these pretty boys always get it.
Yeah.
Let's go, Tony Brown
with the big
just
hit of
on
the night.
merits of those huge hits. We're going to go ahead and say Tony Brown, player of the game for the Longhorns. Now that's going to be a little tougher now for Duchesne. I mean, they had a number of players playing.
Like you said, Muir's had a lot of big plays tonight. Duchesne, he's a little powder keg. If we're going on defensive merits this game, Duchesne had a big defensive play.
Yeah, he had several, keeping Foy from breaking the big runs.
Roberts had interceptions for touchdowns, and
you know, some big hits of his own. I mean, you know, I like the idea of this. Maybe we're going on the defensive side of things. Let's go Duchesne and Tony Brown. What do you think?
I think that works.
All right, so we got the 2 corn Bluebell Corn Maze Player of the Game, Tony Brown. And what's Despaine's first name? That's
24, Dylan Despain.
Dylan Despain. All right, Dylan and Tony, congratulations. Nice game for both sides of the ball. Eagles show us why they're on a 4-year winning streak. Up 53-20. The clock's running at 2:04. I want to thank the sponsors that helped bring us tonight's game: the Advisor Group, CrossFit Avenue, Ashley Regional Medical Center, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, and Pilot Logistics. Nothing fancy right now, Brian. The Eagles are just trying to get off the field. No more injuries. We also had Jiffy's Pawn Shop and the Bigfoot Pro Shop bringing the halftime entertainment.
2nd and 8 now for the Eagles. They just try to run out the clock and get into the locker room.
Up the middle.
Oh, rocked hard by Farnsworth from behind.
Now you know
He's
why
showing
Farnsworth wears that brace.
Yeah, I was going to say, you see why he wears that neck collar.
Holy moly.
Cowboy
This is
collar.
another one of those cracks where, I'm wearing earphones. I can't hear very much, and I could hear the crack. Wow, that was a big lick.
Well, I'd like to remind you that this game is going to be rebroadcast on channel 706
and
high
channel
definition.
6 on normal cable.
Yeah, or you can buy these copies of Blu-ray, or regular copies can be purchased going to www.vtvchannel6.com, or you can call Dell and the guys down at 781-1902. We'd like to also thank all the camera operators who are freezing out here on the sidelines. Even though they might get chastised and move back, they're doing their best job to get you the best angles. To tonight's game, we got Dana McKenna, Kylie Moore, and Devin Allred up in the Skycam. The graphics are done by Dave Ryan. Audio and instant replay by Tyler Rasmussen. Network engineering and live stream, well, that's done by Brett Simmons. And the director and producer of this whole shebang, the man in charge and who gets all the blame, Super Dale Allred. Well, Mark?
Well, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. The clocks go to 000. Duchesne comes up. They take a couple punches on the chin, and then they turn on the gas. They end up winning 53-20. Both teams played lights out. Like we talked about, a couple of bad bounces. Altamont comes away with a loss. They're going to finish the season at 3-7.
They called a timeout.
They call a timeout out there.
Believe
1.7 seconds left.
The referees leave the field. They think the game's over. The teams finally decide, why did we call a timeout with a minute and a half or second left? So they finally decide.
Well, that's just a case where the referees just said, actually, we're done.
We're not
getting
going to
comp
stay out
pay
here any
We're just
longer.
going to go. Yeah, we're going to go. So they run out to the field, and both teams played a heck of a ball game. I want to thank everyone that watched out there at home. I want to thank VTV Channel 6 and all the sponsors that helped you and I, Brian, come out here. Yeah. Excellent ball game tonight. Always fun to come up here for the big rivalry game.
Yeah, they make us look good despite ourselves, Mark.
Yeah, they
do a good job. People just mute it and just listen and watch this high definition.
Not be a bad idea.
Great replays.
Well, catch us for the playoffs November 8th for the semifinals and November 16th for the finals. With me tonight was Brian Nilsson. I'm Mark Mason. Thanks for watching, folks. Have a great night.
VTV Channel 6 and Strata Networks present live high school football coverage in high definition. Made possible by Ashley Regional, CrossFit Avenue, L&L Motor, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics Services, and the Advisor Group.